All right, hello. Welcome to Adventures in Lollygagging. We're back today. We're playing more Call of Cthulhu. We got a full crew, and despite the fact that we keep telling Ashley to go away, she still keeps coming back. And
yay!
Your character's gone.
What do you mean?
Ashley.
Why can't I go away?
Wait a second. Wait a second. That doesn't sound like Bev.
I'll be
What's
seeing
going
you,
on here?
Patrick.
Ashley has been possessed.
She has.
Okay.
She has.
Ashley or Bev? Or both?
What's the difference? Anyhow.
Oh boy.
We're playing some more. We're back to Arkham. Patrick got shot. Melissa's going crazy. So is Nancy. So is Marie. I'm running out of names. I don't remember people's names. Let's see. Will is becoming very manic and overly happy, enthused. Carmelita. Carmelita seems okay. But she read a bad series of books, so that's probably not good. So anyhow.
So we're
How you guys doing?
saying
You guys doing okay?
all of this rides on Carmelita, like as of how things stand right now.
Bad idea.
No pressure.
This is
So what are we playing after this? Because we're almost done. Like we should be done in maybe an hour and a half or so, 2 hours.
Oh,
What are we gonna
okay.
play afterwards?
All right.
Thinking
Yeah.
Masks of Nyarlathotep.
Mask of Nyarlathotep. Night.
Me or Heaney?
I'll learn to say it before we start.
That's
What's
very
the line from Office Space?
Doodle Bob.
Not gonna work here anymore. Massive not gonna work here anymore. Do that. God damn. I love Office Space. Have you guys seen Office Space?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
I think so,
fantastic.
yeah.
Okay. Office Space is the reason I am not in computer science. So
they did
Yeah.
not sell computer science as a
it came out.
That's the
career
stapler
option.
one, right?
Yes, that's the stapler
Yeah,
one.
it's the stapler one. Came out when I was in college, and I was like gonna do like a little internship with like Motorola or something. I think it was Motorola. And like this came out, and then we were watching it, like me and my buddy Rich at the time. We were both watching it, and we're both like, "Yeah, we don't want to do this anymore." And so he's now a chef, and I teach writing for a living. And so, but before that, we were both going to go into computer science, and we both quit. We said, "No."
The cubicle
Yeah,
life was
that's
not
not-
for you.
No. I was saying to Melissa, because like I work a really, weird schedule. I don't work a normal traditional like 9 to 5 or 8 to 5 kind of schedule. Like I work a shitload, but I don't like work that window. And it would be weird for me to suddenly do that, just to be like, okay, gotta get up, go sit in the normal morning traffic, stare at my cubicle or whatever, work on projects for like 8-9 hours and then drive home. That'd be weird to me. And then not have to do anything when you get home. Just be like, oh, wait, I don't have to check my email. I don't have 1,000 crazy fucking students emailing me.
You don't have to grade anything. You don't have to like.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I know
Insane.
I never submitted any homework over the last semester, but is there anything I can do to save my
Can I pass? I can
Can I
Oh
pass,
my
right?
God. Oh my God. I know I have 17 absences of the 18 class meetings this semester, but
You need
can
this
I
for my
just get, like,
scholarship.
an I and incomplete? Yeah. Can you just give me like just give me this? And then like the big thing I'm having this semester, I can't get too specific, obviously. It's just like one email will do. You don't have to send 3 in close succession. Okay. You don't have to send 3 emails in the span of 4 minutes. You can just stop, think, write it all out in one email, and then send that singular email.
It's like a
That's it.
text chain where it's like, oh, I forgot something. Let me like.
Oh,
type
yeah,
something out.
Why are we talking about this? Why do you guys want me to kill everybody? I'm just saying. Like,
We start talking
Nothing's
about
gonna get me
cubicles,
more angry.
office space.
Since my wife became a manager, I've seen like how long people put for their excuses for like why they can't come into work and stuff. And it blows my mind because whenever I had to text a boss saying I wasn't coming in, it was like 2 lines. It was, "Hey, I'm sick. I won't be able to make it in today." That's
Same,
it.
dude.
And that's
I
what the
don't
boss
even
wants
say
to
I'm
hear
sick.
anyways.
That's it.
too much information as far as I'm concerned. Just
Exactly.
say, I'm not going to be here.
Yeah.
You know what? When you're a student, I don't even need an email. Just don't show up. It's fine. I don't care. Just don't show up. You have a number of absences you're allowed to have. Or you underneath them? Okay, you're fine.
For
Don't give a
work,
shit.
is it a sick day or is it a personal day? Like that's the only like detail to provide.
I don't even have to tell him that because when you come back in is when you
Yep.
submit that time.
You're not here. You're not here. The
Yeah.
end of story. Oh, can I make that stuff up? I'm like,
Yeah.
everything's online, man. Everything's online. All I'm telling you, like every email is just, hey, what did we do in class today? I'm like, everything's online. Oh yeah, thanks. Like, see, you could have saved yourself time, could have saved me time, and we could have moved on with our lives. But no,
we need to get
the difference
Jeff an
between
assistant.
that and this game is in this game, there's a good chunk of people that are like, yes, I would like to read this stuff, please. I would like to spend my time reading all of the things, getting up to speed. Marie is not one of them. Marie is not a studious individual at all.
Oh, yeah, I'm smiling too much. I gotta bring it back down.
Yeah, you're out of character right now. Anyhow. You guys ready to kill Long or something here?
Let's get going. Let's delay my inevitable death.
Oh no.
Okay. All right. Last time around, we started up Hotel Miskatonic. Janet had gathered everybody. She specifically wanted to talk to some of the ones that have been around for a little bit longer. So Marie, Patrick, Will. And the gist of the meeting was that she felt like we were losing. That was kind of how she put it. Like the tide was turning. There was all this evidence suggesting that all of the things that we have been doing haven't been making a big enough dent. And while it's slowed stuff down here and there's enough evidence to suggest that some of the places that you've been have regrouped and have rebuilt. And in other places that you haven't been, like Europe, has begun to proliferate in some ways. She also wanted to check in on Carmelita. She wanted to see what you guys thought of Carmelita and whether Carmelita was someone we can trust to kind of continue in her role. And we also got to see a little bit of a kind of a flashback with Carmelita about why she kind of followed you all back to Arkham, and it had to do with her friend Detective Gomez getting wrapped up in something larger, like realizing his death was more than just some random slaying. Janet also included Cyrus Lanfear, the head of the Orin Library on Miskatonic University, and Fa Li, who was one of Bev's colleagues at this meeting, since Bev and Shima, which was essentially your scholar, your academic core, both of them have fallen by the wayside one way or the other. And so you all decided over the course of this meeting that looks like your focus is going to be on Valletta or Malta, because it looks like there is some kind of drug that's starting to show up in various port cities around Europe. And all of them seem to have a port of call being Valletta. And this is tracking somewhat with some of the material that you saw in Samson Trammell's library when you saw references to Valletta as well. So after the meeting, you kind of split up, went your different ways. We kind of were working on loose ends and such. Carmelita, Will, and Cyrus, you all began studying the Revelations of Gla'aki, a series of horrific tomes that Beverly had read, and that probably started her descent down into her current state. And I think, like we were talking about before, you actually learned a spell from there too.
I did.
Will, you did. You got a lot of work into it. We did a lot of that off screen, etc. over the course of time, but because there's a lot of reading that goes into those. Will, you also got directed to speak with Dr. Mulig after you were demonstrating some very odd psychological behavior. You were being overly positive in a way that everyone found annoying. There's a lot of HR complaints, is basically what was going on. Afterwards, you did check in on Marie, that should have been the first sign that something was up. You cared about another human being. And you learned that she was having some trouble sleeping while she was staying in Nancy's apartment, and there were voices, and she had also kind of started to turn to drink, which was one of her vices, or her main vice. Well, you found a bunch of empty bottles of booze all over the place. Meanwhile, on the other side of town, or roughly the same time, Carmelita, you helped Patrick do some follow-up on an engagement party invitation that Patrick's old barber partner, Peter, had received, an invitation to Anna and Gerald Finger, or Gerald Finger and Anna, Patrick's ex-fiance. It was at the Carter Mansion, which is way outside of town, up on Elm Mountain. And when you got there, it was abandoned, just as you expected. It was, dilapidated, but there was a large bonfire blazing in the middle of the parking circle. You found some footprints that were leading inside, so you went inside. You heard some jazz music that apparently is copyright and pissing me off on YouTube right now. And you all are you found a second floor ballroom, despite the fact that the place was absolutely trash. With a wrapped present, a record player, and a card. And inside the box, inside the present, there were dozens of severed fingers. There was also a newspaper article about Janet Winston Rogers. And as you decide, you kind of came to the conclusion, because there was guess who's next? There was a message, guess who's next on. You came to this conclusion that it was Janet. So you rushed out to your car. You spied a piece of paper on the ground, Patrick. When you picked it up, you noticed that it was a It was Jack Pisner's private investigator business card, cheap on very cheap, poorly weighted paper, because you can see through it. On the other side, there was a message, and the message said, "You," and then you got shot. And so that's where we're going to go ahead and we're going to pick up. I'm going to give both Carmelita, let me reset the scene. You guys it is very dark. However, there is a blazing bonfire in the middle of this parking circle. Your car is on the other side. A gunshot just rang out in the dark, in the night sky. Patrick, you did in fact get shot. This was considered a surprise attack. You did in fact get shot, and you got shot for 13 points of damage. So how do you want to handle that?
Carmelita, I've been shot. I'll tough guy it for now. I've got some luck to spend. Just reduce it by 5.
Hell yes.
Okay. So as we look around, you can see your car is a handful of feet away. The bonfire is burning. There is no obvious and immediate signs of exactly where this gunshot came from. Patrick, you've got the card in your hand. There was like a switchblade through it. You've also got like the blood starting to pool or starting to blossom in your shirt. Both of you could
sorry, Jeff.
roll.
Are we inside the house still, or we're outside?
No, you came out of the house.
Okay.
You came out of the house. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're in the parking circle. Bonfire's a handful of feet in front of you.
Thanks.
The car's on the other side. You get shot. There's no immediate. You do not immediately see a gunman in the area. Both of you can make either listen or spot hidden tests right now to potentially see if you spotted where it came from in this quick and immediate moment.
I'll
And
do
there's going to
spot
be
hidden so that I can take my pop bonus.
there's actually going to be a penalty die on this
Okay,
because of
Can I?
situation. So for you, you're rolling flat. Patrick, you're rolling with a penalty die.
Yeah.
How about
Either listen or spot hidden.
I'll do listen.
I'll do a spot now.
Okay. And I will tell you that both of you will need a hard success to get any information.
I failed then. I don't have enough luck to get to a hard.
Only a regular for me.
All right, Patrick. Okay. Do you want to spend? You would have to get down to
Let me see
39.
how much
Do you
that
want to
is.
spend 37 points of luck?
37 luck. Yeah, let's get some
I'm
info.
impressed I did that so fast. See how quickly I did that math? That was so crazy.
Let's make it hard.
Okay.
37 luck down.
Wow.
All right. If you recall, the grounds of Carter Mansion, yeah, they're old, they're dilapidated, and there's no vegetation for about 50 to 100 yards between. Like, there's just it's just plain field. Like, there's nothing there. There wasn't even like vines and such growing on the ruins of the actual building. You got shot, and you could tell first from like the actual the gunshot itself. But also the sounds, kind of, you hear this little echoing, and you look off about 100 yards away. You're thinking it's coming from the tree line, and that's where you think it came from. And because it's listening, I'm not going to say you saw anything. You just think that's the direction it came from. Okay, and I'm going to say the two of you have one action before something bad happens. And so in order, that's going to be Carmelita. You get to go first because you actually are at an 80. So what would you want to do, Carmelita? You're the first to respond here.
I'm running around to the driver's side of the car and yelling for
Okay.
Patrick to get in and duck, so he's not in window island.
Okay. So Carmelita, you rush over, you pull the door open, you hop into the car at the driver's side. Patrick, your turn. What do you do?
I'm going to rush for the car, try to avoid line of sight in the tree direction I heard shots from.
Okay. So do you rush to like do you rush to the passenger side then? Do you rush around this other side?
Yeah.
Okay. So you rush around to the other side, you pull the door open, you hop in, and then we go to the top of the round. All right. And I'm going to do something. Then it's Gunman's turn. Mysterious Gunman. Who could it possibly be? Right? Who could it possibly be? Okay. Carmelita, you said you're in the passenger seat, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All of a sudden, as you slam the door, you hear as the window right next to you cracks and explodes, and you feel a bullet just sick right down deep into your shoulder.
Yeah.
Even with a penalty die on my shot, that is still a hit. You are going to take some damage as you are now shot. 2d6 plus 4 on this. These are the people you chose to hang out with. All right, not so bad.
They
Not so
didn't
bad.
tell you
9
they had a
points of
blood feud.
damage.
9 points.
Not a great roll. 9 points of damage.
Okay.
Yep.
That is just shy of a major wound.
Okay. So you get shot. I'll even say, no, I won't. Never mind. I already gave myself a penalty die. Never mind. Okay. Carmelita, it is your turn.
I'm starting the car and peeling out.
You peel out and you start driving out of the parking circle down that winding path. Roll a spot hidden test. And you can take your pulp talent bonus if you like.
Sweet.
As you start driving down. And remember, like, everything is open between the tree line and where the house was. There's this parking circle, the bonfire, the weaving path that goes out to the road. The road is dark and empty. It's a mountain road. There were all sorts of different manors and mansions, but they were spread apart by quite a few miles. How did you do?
28 under 60.
You notice as you approach the gate which you had pushed open, the gate is now closed, and you see a heavy iron chain wrapped around it.
Oh,
what would you like to do?
You're
still driving. I'll say, you have a choice. Like, you could do you stop? Do you try to blast through it? Like, what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to blast through it.
Okay. Give me a drive auto test.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, your drive auto's not great.
No,
I checked on this.
Can
Neither
I
of you have
get
very good
two
drive auto.
audience dice to bump that up?
Absolutely not. Yeah, go ahead.
Got it.
Okay, thanks.
You're not gonna be able to improve it.
No, that's okay.
You're not gonna be able to improve it, though.
I want
All right.
Patrick to live.
Do you, though? He's been around long enough.
Otherwise, you're just changing your character sheet later with an improvement as you cry a tear for Patrick.
Oh, man.
All right.
41 over 40. I'll spend the luck.
Okay, you spend a point of luck, and you manage to, and you break through it, and like you see that the not only does the gate just go flying off out into the road, but your car manages to continue pushing forward. It doesn't kind of smash. It doesn't come to a stop, and you get thrown out onto the street. And I'll say, at that point, that's probably the end of your turn. You've pushed out through the gate. Patrick, what do you want to do? Your turn.
Take cover in the car just in case some more shots come flying.
You just dive down into the like the back seat or the front seat. You just put your head down below the dash. Okay. All right. My turn. Okay. I do something. We come back to the top of the round. Carmelita.
Keep going.
It is your turn.
Get us out of here,
There is
Carmelita.
debris all over the place. I would like another drive auto, as you have all this debris all over the place. You've just blown the gate off, part of the gate, part of the fence, all on the ground. Everything's extremely dark now. You're away from the bonfire. You don't have a ton of light. All you have is maybe a little bit of headlight, so you're just got this little cone of light, and you're doing all this quickly. So give me a drive auto to try to kind of get your car situated and turned and speeding out in the right direction.
I'll do it raw this time. It feels dirty to boost it twice.
We've gotten a little bit of distance, so Patrick can just die. It's okay. Oh.
29 over 20.
Do you want to spend 9 luck?
9 luck.
I already had not at 30. What is fucking 9 luck more? Yeah,
Okay, so 9 luck.
I'll spend it.
You push through, something gets kind of caught underneath the car, and as you are trying to turn, you feel it's almost like trying to turn a giant bus, and you're almost about ready to slide off onto the other side of the road, but you manage to kind of turn at the last second, and you see a chunk of the fence go flying off into the darkness, and maybe in one of your mirrors, and then you kind of kick it into gear, and you start driving. Okay. Patrick, what do you want to do?
I'll assess my wound at the moment, see if it's life-threatening.
Okay, give me a first aid test.
Was that enough for a major wound, dude?
No, I have 26
That's
max
good.
health.
That's good. That's
Not
good.
with a toughness, because he uses. If he didn't use his toughness ability, then it would have. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay.
First aid
Give me
coming
that
through.
first aid test.
It's a 44 pass.
Okay. So
Nice.
you can start like kind of stitching yourself up, like you kind of pull the shirt open and just grab whatever is nearby, maybe your coat. You just start holding it down onto the wound. It doesn't. It's not like right over top of like your heart or your lungs, but you definitely feel like maybe it's like kind of high up. Maybe it didn't quite get you fully center mass, but it was pretty damn close to center mass. Okay. My turn. I do something. And then as you're driving Carmelita, you suddenly feel the car and you feel the car just suddenly start moving this way and that and weaving around as if you just ran over something. Give me a drive auto.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Ah, fuck.
Okay. Lots of drive autos here, unfortunately.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Oh.
That's a 100 that she rolled.
Might both be dead.
So you run over something. You don't know exactly what, but as you start to swerve, you lose control of the vehicle and it starts rolling and tipping and rolling off the side of the road, and it begins to roll and roll and roll and roll into the darkness. Both of you give me Constitution tests.
Sorry, Patrick.
Oh God, Patrick.
Oh, sorry,
Patrick just
my
rolled a
God.
94.
Oh my God.
Yeah, 94 for me.
92 over 60 to kill him both.
Oh my gosh.
Either of you want to spend luck?
I don't have it.
Let me see
Okay.
how much that is. 14.
14.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. This thing tumbles, and then smashes up against a tree somewhere in the darkness as you started to tip and go down the mountainside a little bit. But it comes to a stop right as some large tree, some elm coming out of the slope itself, stops you. You look over and you can see Carmelita's head is right up against the wheel. And I'm gonna say with that failed Constitution test, you are completely and utterly like unconscious. Patrick, however, you keep consciousness. Both of you are going to take a little bit of damage from this. Carmelita, that's 6. Patrick, that's 3. But Carmelita is head against the wheel, and you can hear her breathing. You can see her breathing, but she is definitely unconscious. Patrick, you are conscious, and you look around, like glass everywhere. The car has kind of condensed on itself. The headlights are flickering. You are pinned up against a tree, but there is a long mountain slope that goes down. You can't see it all, but you know it's there because you started to drive up. You could see maybe in the dying light that if this tree wasn't here, you guys might still be tumbling. Okay. Carmelita is not conscious, but Patrick, I'm gonna say it's gonna come to you. What do you want to do?
Carmelita, get a hold of yourself. I'll try opening the side door. See if we can get out of here.
Yeah, you can climb out. I think you can climb out. You call back, and just calling back's not going to be enough. If you want to bring her back to consciousness, it's going to be either a first aid or a medicine test to try to snap her back out.
Yeah, I'll rush over to the driver's side and try to snap her out of her unconsciousness.
Okay.
And she is very helpfully bleeding all over you.
Okay, I got 3 for extreme.
Okay. So you come over, you pull the door open, and it just kind of hangs off its hinges and then falls at the last second. And you hear it clatter on the ground. Then it starts to slide a little bit down the slope as you're literally standing on like about a 45-degree angle. You manage to kind of shake her up, shake her a little bit, kind of maybe lightly tap her on the cheeks, and she wakes up. Carmelita, your face covered in blood everywhere. You see Patrick staring at you. I'm doing something, and now it's your turn, Carmelita. What would you like to do?
Is there, are we kind of in a sort of tree line or like wooded area or anything?
A couple scattered trees on a mountain slope, basically, is what you're on.
Okay.
As think of it like a series of roads sort of just kind of weave up the mountain, and you
Okay.
guys are kind of starting to tumble down the mountain, taking the fast route, but also the extraordinarily dangerous route.
Sure. So I'm gonna say to Patrick, we need to lose whoever's chasing us and kind of make my way into the trees.
Okay. Do you want to try to make a stealth test?
Yes.
Okay, go for it. All right. And you're just limping off. Are you going back down? Are you going to kind of follow the slope down, or are you going to try to go back up to the road? Or are you just
I'm going
just
down
hiding?
because my original intention was Hotel Masonic, so I know I probably can't get there right now, but I'm trying to get back
General
to some
direction.
kind
About
of
3 hours away by foot.
Yeah, some kind of civilization is
Okay, fair enough.
Towards
Okay.
town.
Okay. Make that stealth test.
13
really
under
good.
81.
Extreme.
Okay, fantastic. All right,
Fucking
Patrick, you see,
finally.
you hear what Carmelita says. You see her start to sort of climb down the slope of the mountain into the darkness. Patrick, what do you do?
I'm gonna follow her down the slope into the darkness as well.
All right, give me a stealth test.
Pretty decent.
Another good
33
roll.
over under 77, which is a hard.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Okay. Did you want to spend luck to also get an extreme success?
How much is that?
Is that a crit?
Your
No,
sheet
would
should
be-
say.
I don't have enough, so I'm gonna
great.
have the best.
Okay, so a hard success. Hard success is still really good. Okay, the two of you begin to descend down into the darkness, down the slope. You hear a shot go off again, and then you hear a second shot a couple moments later, and nothing explodes near you. It doesn't seem like the trees look at you, or like a thing, a bark or something like that explodes. The ground doesn't explode, but then you hear and you look behind you, and you see a little bit of flame back where the car was. Perhaps who could it possibly be shooting at you was shooting at the car and not necessarily you, but there's now a bit of flame and fire going up into the sky. But the two of you continue to descend down into the darkness, looking for any signs of civilization. But we're going to cut from there for now. And we're going to jump back to Marie and Will, because the last we saw of Marie and Will, they weren't in a great condition either, as Will had just arrived at Marie's apartment, well, Nancy's apartment technically, and then found Marie to be in a terrible state. And Marie, also, you found Joy Boy to be missing. So I'm going to come back to you. What are you doing, Marie?
So the last thing that I have in my notes is that I need to resolve a bout of madness because I lost sanity. And
That's true.
yeah.
Okay, so this is a real-time bout of madness.
I don't know if Will wants to put up with this though, so like maybe you do this on your own time.
just can you just like keep your shit together like until like I don't have to deal with it?
I'm just really tired today.
I just rolled. I rolled 3. You can choose whatever of those effects sounds best to you. Like you could say one of your manias kind of kick in. It could be a psychosomatic disability where you just have like this panic blindness or deafness or loss of limbs, or you could just faint. What do you think happens? What do you think sounds most Marie?
You know, the fainting, like that. Like I feel like she's dramatic, and like when I think of like the era and like being a dramatic 1930s woman, I exactly the like just too much overwhelmed, like outward facing palm to the forehead. And also because then Will has to do something about it. So that too.
Marie faints. Will, you're standing there in the middle of this apartment. You see bottles of booze all over the place. You came here you came in here to check in on her? Was that your intention?
To help her learn how to shoot a gun was the idea, to teach her.
Oh, that's right.
So I've got my guns like laid out on the table, and I'm like talking about how to disassemble them and clean. And I hear a thump, I assume. Marie?
Yes.
And I would rush over to you and like check your pulse. I assume she's still alive, right?
You want to roll a first aid test? You want to try to farm some skills?
I'm decent at first aid.
Yeah, go for it, man.
That is a 34 under 72. That is a hard success.
She is definitely, she's definitely alive. Like she maybe banged her head a little bit, but nothing too severe. But you're able to like reach up, come grab some water, kind of like sprinkle some water in her face, and like a few moments later, precisely maybe 50 seconds later, we suddenly see Marie's eyes come open, a little bit of flecks of water on your face, and you see Will is looking down at you as you are laying on the ground.
Some like gentle pats on your face, not to like slap you, but to like just get some motion. Marie, what happened?
My head. What?
How drunk are you? How much did you drink last night?
None of your business. But did we just get attacked? Did something just hit me? My head.
You need to hydrate. And I go and I get her a glass of water. I bring it back. I set it on the table and then just kind of like scoop her up and put her in a chair at the table. All right, you need to drink this right now.
She was looking around on the ground, reaching for like a bottle, but you'd like picked everything up. Like, I have something here. Just where did it go?
No, not that. And I put the water in front of her. Drink this right here. You're drinking water.
Ugh, boring. Ugh, I suppose. So we didn't get attacked?
What's going on with you, Marie? I mean, I enjoy drinking as much as the next guy, but...
All of this is just... It's a lot.
But we're so close to the end. We're almost through it. You just have to stay strong a little bit longer.
Why would I think that's true?
Why wouldn't you?
Because things just keep getting worse and worse.
I know you've been friends with Bev for a while, and I know it's hard on you with her being sick and all that, but she's going to get better. We're going to fix her. We're going to head to Valletta. We're going to solve this. We're going to save the world, be big damn heroes. It'll all be good.
And what? To help a pharmaceutical company heiress ease her conscience? That Daddy didn't do something evil? We're
not doing this for Winston Rogers. We're doing this because people need help. We're the good guys here. We're heroes. She's just bankrolling us. We see her every couple months.
And well, I suppose not anymore. She's also now in danger. She wasn't before. We were in danger, and she was eating prime rib at Hotel Miskatonic every night. We're out traipsing around deserts and losing friends in deserts and being put in cells in fighting pits. And
there's been some rough patches, yeah, but better than having a boring life, isn't it?
I've never wanted a boring life. My mother wanted a boring life. She loved the routine and the garden parties and dinner at 6 and women's club, and I never wanted that.
We're on the right track then. You just gotta hold it together a little bit longer. Like me, I'm just trying to think of the positive side. You gotta do the same thing.
If I could check on Bev, I would feel better. I could just keep everyone in front of me all the time and see them, then I know they're okay.
That's a little unrealistic, though, isn't it? You can't have everyone in front of you all the time.
Well, I left Nancy here, and look what happened to her. And I can't even keep track of Joy Boy. Don't even know where he went.
Well, the window was open. He probably just went out in the fire escape. He's a cat. He'll be fine. Cats are the most independent animal there is. He made it through the desert with us.
That's why I like them. They're sort of like me. They don't need a lot. They like doing things on their own. But
You got to get back to that. You can't have everyone around you. You're independent. You're strong. You don't need to keep tabs on everyone else.
maybe. And she's like downed a bottle, like one glass of water already. And so she just sort of
He's
like
not letting you have a
shoves
bottle
it
yet.
out. That was my bad. She gives the empty glass back to you. Maybe another day we can do this gun thing. I can't even see one of you right now. I probably shouldn't be firing a gun.
Yeah, I think that's good. Why don't we get some fresh air? We'll do a walk around the block and look for Joy Boy.
And she'll kind of perk up a little bit at this, like just completely down the second glass of water. Yes, let's.
Okay. So we'll say, Marie, you probably kind of get cleaned up or something. I think you were like saying you were like in a nightgown or whatever. So we'll say the two of you head out and begin searching for Joy Boy. Let's cut to Bev. Bev, where do we find you? What do we think Bev has been up to? Last time we saw Bev, I think we saw her having visited briefly with Cyrus Lanfear, going back to your townhouse. You have been probably by yourself. You haven't seen anyone from the group in a couple weeks, or at least longer than that. Because I think actually even longer than that. Because must have been maybe almost a month and a half since the last memory you have of engaging with Marie or Patrick or Will or Carmelita. Your dad has kind of kept you here.
Mm-hmm.
Your primary caregiver has been Abigail. You've gotten to spend time with your mother of sorts. The two of you sitting in these chairs looking out through like a bay window of your townhouse, like the second story, into this little park area behind. What do you think Bev has been doing in this time?
She hasn't left the house since she went to visit Lanfear. She's sort of developed a phobia of being outside around people. And she's become increasingly distrustful of everything, to the sense of when people leave, she's started to investigate the house. Because she knows that there's something else there just past, and she just hasn't found it yet. And it's late at night, and she has a flashlight, and she decides that she's going to check the attic. She hasn't done it yet, but a large portion of it is above her bedroom, specifically, and she's unsure if she's actually hearing it or not, but her and Shaima both agree that it sounds like there's noises coming from upstairs in the attic, and that her dad has said that there's nothing up there, that it's all in her head. Well, he hasn't said that, but implies it. And she can hear the undercurrent of what he's not saying is that you're crazy just like your mother. You know, the one thing she was terrified of becoming was losing her mind like her mom. And here she's gone and done it. But she's going to prove him wrong. She's not crazy. There's something up here. And she goes up into the attic and she starts to slowly investigate. She checks the walls, the wallpaper. There's peeling wallpaper, and she'll pull bits behind because maybe there's something behind it. And then she gets distracted because in the corner
Well, give me a spot hidden.
Oh, okay.
Give me a spot hidden, actually. Yeah.
I love it. $49
Okay.
under 73.
Okay. I would say one thing that you notice is a bit odd about this attic. You and your family, you are very well off. Like, you're not Winston Rogers well off, but you are very wealthy. Your father was is a respected physician and has been so for a significant period of time. The Key family goes back generations within Arkham. And so you have a very large and sizable townhouse in a very prestigious neighborhood. And you know the size of your townhouse quite well, like your home, like your room, your parents' room, but when you come into the attic, it seems strangely smaller than it should be. It seems encroached upon. It almost feels as though like half the attic is not even accessible. And the walls that have this like peeling paper, this wallpaper that you've mentioned on it, like there's this awkward partition that goes straight down the middle. It just doesn't make any sense. It's like a whole, like it's like your family is wasting a whole half of this attic, and that doesn't seem like your father at all. And it seems quite peculiar. And so as you're moving through and you're peeling some of this wallpaper, what you do notice is that there are several planks that have these symbols that have been drawn into them, like carved into them, very faint, hard to see, and they're all over the place in here. And you can see like that one wall, that central wall that shouldn't really be there, that partition that just cuts the attic in half for no reasons whatsoever. It just has all these different occult symbols of some kind carved atop of it. And I would say, even in your not right mind, you would be able to tell that these are not the same types of protective wards that you saw in Joy Grove. These are not the same types of protective wards that you once saw Shaima kind of place on her father's home. These are different.
Okay. She's going to continue to rip off the wallpaper and expose all of the symbols that she can find. And the more she uncovers, the more she's feeling encapsulated in this room. And it almost feels like it's getting smaller, very similar to how she felt when we were in the observatory. And there's a moment where she sees one particular symbol and she just kind of gasps, and then having the combo of the slats, and she turns and she looks out the small window and all she can see is this darkness of the night sky, but maybe she's out in space. Oh God, I'm out in space again. And you just watch as she frantically starts to rush around the room in the same motivations that she's done before, of trying desperately to cast that spell to again move the observatory.
Give me an occult test.
Ooh. Bev's losing it.
What? Oh, Pev's lost it.
That's already
True.
gone.
It's gone.
Fair.
It's gone. We're just having fun.
Bev
Would I
has,
have gotten
lost
mana back, by the way? I should have already gotten it back.
You can go ahead and bring your magical points back up, I'll say.
Okay.
You didn't lose any direct power, right? I didn't tell you to lose power, right?
No.
Okay.
54.
You only have an
failed.
11 in occult?
Yeah, in
How
occult.
do you have such low occult?
I have
Do you want to spend
more
43 points of luck?
mythos. If I had it, I would, but I don't.
I would take a mythos test instead. That's fine. I would
That's
take that.
also 11.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But I do have the highest
right.
mythos of everybody.
Okay.
For what it's
You
worth.
start moving around, tapping this and that, and it doesn't appear as though the patterns and the methods that you use to teleport the observatory seem to function. However, something else starts to happen instead. As you go around, you start hitting this and that, and some of the occult symbols that you touch don't do anything. But as you begin to touch certain ones, you feel the wall just kind of give and then snap back. And you kind of go to another one and like your hand pushes in and that kind of rebounds back. As like there's this elasticity to the wall here and there that just doesn't make sense. These are wood panels.
Yeah.
Vertically placed on here, and you just kind of push through and it snaps back. What do you do?
She's going to continue to try to push through at this point.
Okay. Give me a POW test.
Okay. $35
Ooh.
success.
Would you like to spend 5 points of luck to make that a hard success? It will have an effect.
Yes. Would it be better if it was extreme?
No, don't worry
Okay.
about it. Don't go that crazy. It's totally fine. Okay. All right. You're crazy enough as it is, actually.
Hey.
So you start to push in on one of these symbols, and you continue to push, and you feel like the whole wall is starting to sort of go with you. Then you put the other hand up, and you start pushing and pushing, and then you feel your whole body. At any point, if you were to like lose control, this thing is going to snap back and send you flying.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, you feel yourself suddenly lurch forward, and then the wall snaps back behind you, as if you have pushed through some kind of membrane.
Oh.
And you see in around you, it's very dark. Okay, there's no, there's very clearly no kind of no lantern or anything up, but you can definitely see through. It looks like some kind of moonlight above, like a skylight of some kind.
Yeah.
There is some contours here and there of shelves, desk, various instruments. Like you can't make like it's hard to distinguish in the dark, but you're able to kind of quickly go over if you want. You find a lamp. You can kind of throw a match on a lamp, and we see the light suddenly blossom in the room, and we see what looks like an office, not unlike an office you once had, Miskatonic University, or that we've seen with Cyrus Landfear and various others. But it is the office of somebody who is clearly studied. As you see, floor to near ceiling, shelves filled with books and tomes and various things. We see a large ornate desk, where on top of it there is unfurled a very thick, heavy tome, and we can see that there are these almost looks like boxes of things. Like in, affixed atop this table on the far side of the room. It almost looks to some degree like an experimenter's, some kind of experimental table. As you see, there's like a little stool in front of it. It's somewhere where someone might tinker. You're not exactly sure what they're tinkering with. The other thing is this room is quite well kept. It's not dusty. It looks to be like this place is of some activeness or activity. And we're going to cut from there. And we're going to come back. And I want you, so you can think about what you want to do. And we're going to come back to Patrick and Carmelita as we see them now stumbling through what looks like a small copse of trees. And then out through them as you guys are limping, moving along in the pitch blackness. But then as you come out from this copse, you can see the light, the moon, some stars above you. And you see this run of relatively flat land, and then you see a manor house in front of you. And we'll say you guys have been climbing down here and there, and it's not been an easy climb as you've been going and descending down this slope for maybe a half an hour. And you see this beautiful estate out in front of you, and we're gonna put the time. Like the time's basically like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, because you arrived at 11 p.m. At the Carter Mansion. And then you went, everything's been crazy since then. So it's probably pushing 1 a.m. And you two are both shot and hurt and bleeding. And you're in the backyard of a very large and stately manor. What are you two doing?
Gotta ask for help.
Sorry, Patrick. What?
Say we gotta ask for help. We've been found in the dark.
So.
Somebody's got to be in there.
If we're gonna stop and ask for help, can I just take a second to see if I can do something about this gunshot first? We both look really, really bad. Do we have just a minute for me to see if I can do something?
If you've got something, then do it quick.
I'd like to try and do first aid myself, Jeff.
Sure. And Patrick, you technically had a successful first aid. So if you wanted to, you could roll your D4 to get some HP
sweet.
back from just kind of plugging up the hold. That's for Patrick. You have to roll the test.
Yeah. I was saying sweet for him.
All right, that's 2 back for Patrick.
He's gonna
Feel
forever.
for me, so, and I don't have enough.
Okay, no no immediate recovery,
Yeah.
unfortunately, as your shoulder, like we'll say it's your left shoulder because you were at the driver's seat and you get shot in it. And so your left arm is like numb and pain, and like from maybe the forearm down, and then just nothing but pain in the shoulder. Patrick, you got shot in the chest, but thankfully it didn't seem to pierce through to a serious, or a serious organ of any kind. But both of you look absolutely terrible. But here you are. You took a moment, like maybe before you burst out of the trees, and you see this manor house in front of you. What do you want to do?
I'll rush up to the front door, find the knocker.
Wait, let's decide what we're gonna say first. Just tell them we got jumped and we don't know by who. That's not really a lie.
Yeah, of course. There are good folk to help us. Help
Just
somebody.
let us clean up and use their phone. That's all we need.
Right. I'll head to the front door.
And
Knock,
I'll
knock.
join him.
Okay.
We're injured.
The two of you,
Somebody help.
Knocking.
1 o'clock in
on
the
door.
morning, start knocking on the front door of this manor house up on the mountains, up on Elm Mountain. And soon you start to see lights beginning to flicker on inside the mansion. So clearly someone's home. And moments after you knock, the door creaks open and you see an old man, like this guy, bald head. You can see you've clearly woken him from sleep. He is in what looks like a sleeping attire, and then he put like a coat over top of it. And he has in his hand what looks like a lantern of some kind. And you also see that one of his other arm is like kind of hidden a bit behind the door that he has just opened. And he says, "Oh, what on earth is this? Who are you people? Have you no decency? This is private property."
Sir, I'm so sorry. We're so sorry. And presumably, like, Patrick and I are dressed kind of nice because we were going to an engagement party. So, we're gonna.
You guys are covered in blood.
Yeah.
I really don't think that like your attire is gonna.
No,
help
but
here.
but
Yeah, you guys
I
are covered in blood.
what I want to just say is exactly what I said, is that we were going out for the night and we got jumped and we just. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That's just the only place that we could find to come to.
He looks at the two of you, and you're you brought this to our doorstep. What's wrong with you? And he goes to close the door. Do you do anything as he starts to slam the door shut? Like, is it like, do you like kind of do the classic stick your foot in it? Do you put your foot in it? Do you say anything else? Like, what is it?
Is there anything Patrick does? Because if not, I'll stick my foot in.
Please, you can't leave us out here to die. We're bleeding. We'll stop him from forcing the door closed.
Just need to use your phone. Just need to use your phone.
Okay, let's do a check. Either one of you can roll it. You didn't lie, so I don't think fast talk is necessarily in play here. It sounds very much like a persuade, because it doesn't really look like there's anything more. Like, you're not intimidating him. You're not trying to sweet talk him. Persuade feels like the right skill here. I'll let one of you. Which one of you wants to roll it?
Mine's 67. Patrick, what's yours?
Better than my 30.
I'll give it a shot.
I am going to want a hard success on this. You two have just burst into a manor house on private property, bypassing the gate, shown up in blood, covered in blood, at 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'd want a hard success before he shoots you with the shotgun that he has behind him.
And while that is being figured out, we've got a couple of raids. So
awesome.
Thank you raids from Leveta and from Infinite Monkey Tales.
Leveta? You were streaming? Aw, awesome. Infinite Monkey Tales, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Hope you had a good game tonight.
Is there any bonus or anything with Patrick supporting?
You can take a bonus die. The two of you were engaging in on it. That's fine. Both of you pitched in. All right.
Oh.
68 over 67. I don't have the luck to spend.
You can push it. However,
you don't have 1 point of luck?
If I can.
Oh, it was a hard.
I would want
that's
a
right,
hard
that's right,
success
that's right.
for him to let them inside the
Oh,
house.
and I
Like, there's two
can't
bloody
spend
people
luck.
that they don't know on the private product at 1 o'clock in the morning. I
Yeah.
feel like this is legitimate. Okay.
Are you
Do
gonna
you
push?
want to push? I will remember that pushing means that if you fail, something bad could happen.
Yeah.
All right. Well, not could. It will.
It
It will.
It's just a question of
Absolutely,
whether
it
it's
Both
legitimate.
will.
on death's
Absolutely
door.
will be worse than failing.
Can't spend luck on a push roll.
Yeah. I don't have luck.
That's also
anyway.
true. Thank you.
I
So do
don't
you wanna
have a lot of
push?
luck. No. I'm not gonna push.
Okay. And he said, so he as you like put the hand up to stop him, you suddenly hear behind the door as the sound of like a shotgun cocking. And he says, "Step back, you fools! I will shoot you, and then I will call the police, and they will be here, and I will be in the right." And he continues to push the door closed until, and you can hear the sound like he's got something behind it. Whether it's really a shotgun or not, you don't know. But you heard like the cocking of something, and he goes to push the door closed. Do you allow it to close?
Yeah, once I-
or do you
Carmelita
try
does
to,
not
like-
step in anymore.
Okay. What about you, Patrick?
Yeah, I'm not going to stop him from closing on us.
Door slams in your face. And you're standing there in the dark now. Lights just flickered on all over the place in this manor house. What do you do next?
Find another one.
Yeah.
Okay. So you start limping away from the manor. Do you go back to the road? Because you could probably find your way back to the road if you wanted.
Let's stay out of clear sight.
But
Okay.
maybe we should be near the road so that if we see a car, we can flag it down.
Sure, if we can hear one, yeah.
I'll say, speaking of cars, you do actually see two vehicles not far off underneath a garage on the other side of this like parking circle. There's like the manor house and there's like a separate garage, and you can see underneath it there are two vehicles there.
Oh,
Just
Let's
letting you know.
head over there, Patrick.
that's a bit interesting. A car, huh?
Yeah.
The guy
Two-
threatened us with a
Let's
gun.
get over there.
Let's steal his car and see how that goes.
And you're so good at driving, we learned.
Been a while since
Yeah.
I've hired a car, but
It's been a while.
Let's just snooping around. I'm going to go see what he owns.
You
well,
go
I'll,
over.
I'll
You
come
see
with
two.
you.
Okay. So you move on over. Do you guys try to make it seem like you move away first, away from the manor house before doing this, or do you just like brazenly walk across to the garage?
If
make it look like we're
Patrick
leaving.
doesn't have any need to stealth, Carmelita isn't really considering this a stealthy thing.
Okay.
Patrick, would you want a stealth?
Just make sure he can see us leaving, and then we'll turn back.
Okay. So you want to like pretend you leave, and you're walking, and then once you feel like you're significantly out of sight, you double back towards the garage. Is that the idea?
Yeah, that's the general idea.
All right. You guys rolled an extreme success in your previous stealth test, so I'll roll that over for this scene right here as well.
Hell
But this is
yes.
the last time you're getting credit for it. And we'll say you make it over, and you see there's two vehicles. One appears to be a brand new coupe of some kind. I don't know if either of you are vehicle people. Judging from your drive auto, I'm going to say you're not. And so there's one of this beautiful coupe, and then another one looks to be like this large, it's a large truck. It's probably a vehicle used by like servants and things that work here, like for various deliveries and things. So it's like a large truck.
I'll take a look at the truck, see if it's unlocked. The keys are around.
If
Roll a luck
not,
test to see.
maybe we can just get it to go anyway.
A luck test, huh? After I spent all my luck.
Yeah, isn't it fun how that works?
56. That's a bust.
Okay. While it's easy enough to open the door, you do not see keys around anywhere. There's no keys underneath the fold. There's no keys hanging up inside the garage or something like that. But you are able to. I'll say you're able enough to access it. If you wanted to try to hotwire it,
I've got electric repair, if that's kind of...
that sounds perfect.
All right.
Holy shit, that's amazing.
Keep a lookout, Carmelita, and see if I get this car running.
Yeah, can I yeah, I'll definitely provide like Overwatch.
Okay. Sure. So you're like peeking out. looking around. You see slowly, one at a time, some of the lights inside the manor start going off, like flickering off here and there.
Please, a good roll. Yes, 17.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Hard
So,
success.
The two of you are here. As the engine starts humming up, as you're like underneath, you're kind of pulling, you're pulling things out. I don't know what the hell it would look like to hotwire a car in 1937, but whatever it is, that is what you're doing. And the engine. Okay, who's driving?
I'll take this one. Get in the seat.
Okay. All right. The two of you hop in, you start driving away, you pull out of the garage, and you start weaving down the main path towards the entranceway. You do, I guess maybe I'll say with Carmelita, with your extra keen vision, no roll necessary, but you do suddenly see like there's like a big bright light as if the front door has opened at the sound of this heavy, loud
So
truck
loud.
pouring out. You can see that someone might be chasing after you at this point, but they're on foot and you manage to get down to the gate. The gate is closed. It's another one of these manor houses with a gate. Do you just run through it, or does one of you get down to try to open it?
Let's open this one. Let's not risk it.
Okay. So are you getting out? Is one of you getting out to open it?
Yeah, I'll step out real quick. Get the gate open.
Okay. You get out.
I
You push
slide
you push
over
the gate
to the
open.
driver's seat so we don't have to wait.
Okay, so you slide over. Patrick, you come around and you see like running down the way. Okay, there is that old man who had opened the door, is running down, shotgun in hand, right? And you can see like there's like he's still in his robes and his night clothes, and you can see like there's on his hip like there's a lantern that's kind of flopping it down, and he's like, "You fiends, come back here!" And he's putting up a shotgun to fire, and he's gonna shoot once in your guys' direction.
Oh no!
We'll bring it back.
I have good news for you guys. I have good news for you. He's not a World War I sniper the way a certain
Frank Pisner.
other person is.
He's in his house shoes
Okay.
in a robe.
Yeah. So you see him rush up and he fires, and I'll say it hits the truck, but it doesn't hit either of you. And you just hear as the shotgun goes off. But as he's running, he fires. It kind of throws him back a bit as he wasn't expected for like the kickback of it. He kind of stumbles back a bit. It hit the truck. You probably each like instinctively duck. Patrick, you're able to hop in the truck and start driving. And I'll say you guys start driving away at that point. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Holy
And are you going down back to town, or do you guys want to go back up?
Back to town, please.
Carter mentioned.
Let's get out of
It's
here.
the whole party. You didn't say hi to anyone. You didn't have any hors d'oeuvres.
Ridiculous. Okay. All right. And you will say you guys start driving down, weaving your way back in, and you eventually see like the stretch of Arkham, the city itself, begin to unfurl in front of you. You start to get back onto familiar roads. Are you heading to like a hospital? Is that the idea?
Yeah, get some medical help.
All right. So we'll say you guys start driving. At this point, it does seem that you are out of immediate danger. However, you are driving a stolen vehicle that has a shotgun shell shot into it. But we'll say the two of you are able to weave through the streets back towards the hospital. We're going to cut over to Marie and Will. The two of you have been looking for Joy Boy. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right.
Will's not looking that hard. He's more just trying to make sure Marie's getting some fresh air and out of the apartment.
I would like some track tests from the two.
Oh. Oh God. I'm going to take
Will
two
got a
audience.
19 under 40.
Very nice. It's a hard success.
Oh. Damn. Like I passed, but I took 2 boosts because I only have a 10 in track because I didn't think I would roll well. And then I rolled a 2, which is an extreme success, but I don't get to improve my track because I was greedy.
Yep. Okay. The two of you are looking around, kind of come out the fire escape, looking for any signs of Joy Boy. And as you are moving around the alleyway, you do notice like there's been a lot of disturbances here. Like you can see like trash has been, like bins have been knocked over here and there. You definitely see as though there has been, you're not sure if anyone's been living out here, but it certainly seems like somebody has been like at least staying out here. There's no one there currently, but like almost as if they've kind of created a little fort area. Marie, when you head back to the section where you had seen there was like a growth and there was like the nectar dripping, you see that it is no longer there, but there is a chunk of the wall that appears to be missing. Like a big chunk has been missing. You also find what looks like maybe you have a little collar and bell or something like that for Joy Boy. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
I will say you find that amongst the things down here in the alleyway. Will.
Look, it's Joy Boy's collar. You said he was gonna be fine, and he's not fine. How am I gonna find him if I can't hear the bell?
Marie, it's okay. Cats are like liquid. They slip their collars all the time.
But why wasn't I paying better attention? Should have been paying better attention.
You seem to be preoccupied with something. I'll agree with that.
And Marie's just sort of like, as if it's going to do anything, just like vigorously sort of like shaking the little like bell on this like collar.
So what Will notices is that there are lots of these tiny little footprints out here. Not kitten footprints, but small, like bare feet. Like the type of feet like maybe a child might have. And you see them like kind of muddy and gross, but there's like just dozens of them all kind of scattered about in the alleyway back here. Like maybe Marie didn't notice them because like there's so many, it almost just looks like dirt and debris, but you start to see shapes and you see that they effectively like, they seem to come up the fire escape and kind of go down the fire escape here and there. You see both directions. And then you notice like they also appear to shift off in between various alleyways, kind of heading away from this apartment building. And you can see them tracking off in the direction away from where Nancy and Marie live.
Marie, are there a lot of street urchins that live around here?
What? I didn't think so, but now that you mentioned children, after the first night when I was here, I kept hearing voices all night, and when I got up to look out, there were a bunch of children. Did those rascals take Joy Boy?
Kids do like playing with cats. They could be playing with him right now, yeah. It's weird that they're not wearing shoes, though. It's pretty late in the year to be going barefoot.
Well, can you always say that you're good at things like this. Can you follow?
I don't know if I've ever told you I'm good at finding lost cats, but I'll do what I can.
Do you say that you're good at everything you try?
Well, I'm naturally talented. I wouldn't disagree.
Well, then put those talents to good use and find Joy Boy.
Will tries to find these kids that might have Joy Boy.
Okay. All right. I'm going to say between the time it took to get Marie back into her state that she is in, kind of bringing her back from her bout of madness, getting her to not be hungover, and then searching around a bit. We'll say it's getting a little bit later in the day. And you can see like maybe the sun's coming down. It's not maybe full nighttime yet for the two of you. Remember that we're doing things in sort of different pockets of time and such, so as you guys all know. And will eventually, as you follow these footprints, something is kind of strange. As you start to see like the footprints themselves start to appear on the walls, like literally going up the walls and down. It's almost like parkouring, but it's not that. It's like literally as if they're walking across. And you see like what almost looks like handprints at times as well. And they lead you northwesternly a few blocks until you get to what looks like this gigantic Victorian mansion that is in the middle of this neighborhood, which is in itself inconsistent with some of the other buildings here. But as you're looking around, you notice that it does not seem to be like residential any longer. There is looks like an iron fence around it, and it looks like it's a psychiatric hospital. As you see, like there's a sign in the front that says the Gordon Psychiatric Home. and you can see that there's a couple stories, and you can see like there's a handful of lights on. It definitely seems to be like a active and in business psychiatric care facility. Will, you got a hard success, right?
Yes.
Okay, a couple things. You notice that as you're looking around, okay, maybe following the tracks, and you see some of the tracks like disappear into the grounds, like through the narrow bars. And you notice that there are several windows on the north side, and one of them is barred. And then on the western wall, Will, you almost do a stop, because you notice something strange about the architecture. And you realize, like, as you're looking at the western side, it's a very gothic looking building, old type of like stone, and these kind of, these is almost like minarets here and there. But you see this one wall that just looks completely and utterly out of place, because it's like this stretch of brick, like red kind of, reddish coloring, just stretched across. And as you start to walk and parallel it, Will, you realize like you're continuing to walk and walk and walk, and you should have bypassed this lot of land already, but instead the wall just kind of continues to grow and move with you, as if the entire western side of this psychiatric home is this unending wall of brick. Marie, you might even notice like Will just sort of stop at one point and is just kind of staring. But in Will's mind, we just see him walking and following on the outside of the grounds, looking through the bars and just trekking this endless brick wall. What do you do, Will?
When I stop, I look behind. Does it appear like I've actually moved a lot of distance?
When you look back the way you came, you just see like this long road that seems to go off into nothing, like you have been walking for a significant period of time. However, you can roll a sand test.
Oh, good. I've got tons of sand. That is a 52 over 36. Fail.
Are you currently do you currently have an underlying insanity?
I do.
Okay. You suffer 1 point of sand loss, and you have a bout of madness.
Oh, gosh.
I'm going to give you a couple. Paranoia. You start to distrust everyone around you. You could do some kind of physical hysterics or emotional outburst. Either one of those. Whatever you think, however you want to have this look.
We did paranoia last time, so I think it makes sense that Will would continue feeling that. When he was reading the book, he started feeling paranoid that he was being watched, perhaps by people like Winston Rogers or someone else. There could be a mole. And I think when he's going down this wall and it keeps going, he starts feeling almost exposed, like he's walking into a trap or something like that. The people were like trying to guide him down here, and he looks back. How far away is Marie from him?
10 feet or so.
Marie, this feels like an ambush, doesn't it? Get back to the wall. Back to the wall.
What are you
and
talking
he
about?
leans and goes right back to his wall so that he has field of view.
And Marie will move with him, but is thoroughly confused because from Marie's perspective, he was just sort of standing, looking up. What?
Think basically like so you're basically like hunkering down that outer gate. We'll say the outer gate of the grounds is like the bottom half of it is maybe brick, and then the top half is like wrought iron. And then there's a little bit of greenery, and then there's the building itself, and it's that building wall that you look at, and you can see that endless this brick. But we can say maybe you hunker down by the exterior wrought iron. Yeah.
Think about it, Marie. There's someone who's been inside Winston Rogers' organization, right? She was talking about how security is paramount. Someone has taken Joy Boy, knowing we would start going. They put footprints on the walls. They were clearly playing with us, Marie. This is all some big joke for them. They're watching us right now. Everywhere we go.
They put footprints on the walls?
The smudges that we've been following, yes, the children's footprints. They probably had some sort of just wooden mold that they were putting it down, and this is all some twisted game. They were trying to either get us out. They're probably, now that we're out here, they're going to be able to follow us wherever we go. We're going to have to slip the tail.
You were the one who was just telling me not 30 minutes ago that cats get out all the time, and it's a thing that they do, and that cats are like liquid.
I was lying to make you feel better. Someone has stolen your cat right now, and they are trying to find us.
Well, that doesn't make me feel any better at all.
We're past the point of feeling good. Marie, we are in danger right now. We need to get moving. And Will does this like half crouch, half sprint, so that he's like staying low, but then like running to try and get past this building.
Okay. So you see Will suddenly burst. Now, Marie, you watch him run, and he is running like alongside the wrought iron fence. And then you see him, he's about to move beyond the grounds of the psychiatric facility into the middle of traffic. And you can see while it's later at night, it's like it's evening time, there are still vehicles, and you can see he's about to run into traffic. What do you do, Marie?
Will, no. And Marie is just going to just try to jump on his back and just try to prevent him from going out. And you're not in your right mind. You're running in front of a car.
Okay, give me a brawl test.
I do think Will would be faster than Marie. Does that count for anything?
My brawl is 25. Don't even worry about it.
What's your dex, Will?
My dex is 80. And I make a point to say that he's very quick.
Yeah,
I'm sure Marie's wearing heels.
I am not wearing heels. I have not worn heels.
That is a little bit sexist.
Yes, I stopped wearing heels.
You're right.
I think after Bangkok.
Yeah, you specifically said like that was a bad idea. I'm not doing that anymore.
I did. But my dex is lower than your dex.
Okay, so Will, you run. If that's the case, you run, and then Will give me a luck test. I also think I can
outrun a car, though.
Give me a luck test.
Luck is 78 over 54. Fail.
Okay, so you're running. She's calling, and she's like reaching out to grab you, but you manage to outpace her. She's chasing after you. You look back, and then you see that long and like that unending brick wall, and then you suddenly you feel something hit you, and Marie, you watch as a vehicle smashes right into him, and he goes sliding up onto the roof of the front of the vehicle, and then slides off, kind of slamming to the ground. The driver gets out. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing, guy? What kind of guy runs out? What are you doing? Why are you running out? And he's like this old, this middle-aged man just getting out there, and he looks like concerned. He's racing over. He's like, hey, oh my God, what the heck? What is going on? And he's racing over. We'll take a point. Actually, let me roll something.
You don't need to roll. We're fine with 1 point.
Oh dear.
2 points of damage. 2 points of damage.
It is. We were just talking in chat. It's a 1930s car. They're big ass vehicles.
They're big. They weren't going that fast though. That's the thing. Like this is
not the first time Will's been hit by a car.
So you just get But then Will, you get knocked to the ground, and this guy comes racing around at you. And as you turn up to look at him, you look behind him, and you can see the Gordon Psychiatric Facility, and the western side looks just like every other wall. It does not look like that endless brick wall that you've been seeing. And this guy comes over. He's like, hey, you okay, pal? Hey, oh my God, you just kind of came out of nowhere. What kind of person does this sort of thing? You don't run out in the street. What are you doing? Are you okay? You all right?
Will is basically ignoring him, just trying to get get his breath back.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Hey, didn't you see him? You should have braked. And didn't you see him? And Marie just sort of does the like.
Of course I saw him. That's why I braked. I did, and he did brake. He like screeched and like kind of came, and then he got, came to a halt, but he still hit him at the best.
Will is just trying to drag himself to the curb, like crawling essentially.
Okay,
I'm fine. I'm fine.
No, you're not. No.
He says he's fine.
You're not fine.
You got this. You got this. Okay,
we're good.
You guys got
we're
this.
We're good.
Okay. You're good. You're good. All right. You guys have a good night. And he races back into his car.
And Marie will just
screeches against the
mutter under her breath, city full of gentlemen, I can see. Mr. Sawyer, what are you doing?
Help me up.
Yes, I'm trying. And she tries to like crouch down and kind of get her, kind of shoulder, kind of under his shoulder and try to like lift him up.
Okay.
I think that wasn't part of the ambush. I think there's someone else that's trying to ambush us. We need to be careful, though. Maybe we should hunker down.
We're trying to find... Why did you run in front of that car?
You're not listening. Someone is watching us right now.
I'm watching you run in front of a car.
Marie, you gotta... Stay focused on the task at hand.
We're trying to find my cat.
You're getting distracted.
We are trying to find
Not
my cat.
the cat. No one cares
think
about
everyone
the
is
cat
watching
anymore.
us. No one was watching us. The person in the car watched you run in front of him. That's all the watching that's happening. But she does sort of like look around just to make sure there isn't anything else
Give me a
going
spot
on.
hidden test, Marie.
43 under 72. I will
In
spend the luck to make
the
that hard,
grounds-
just to be sure.
Okay, go ahead. Spin the look. I'll give you a little bit more information then. In the grounds beyond the wrought iron fence of the Gordon Psychiatric Facility, underneath the window that is barred, you can see that there's a bit of like shrubbery and trees and bushes and stuff. You see some shadows moving around, and they look a lot like those little vagrant jackasses on your fire escape. And these like they're all like these little shape of kids, and they're not looking at you though. You can see they're all kind of lingering around, and they're looking kind of up at that second story window where the bars are. And from this distance, like they're not really paying attention to you, but they're well hidden in that brush, and they're all kind of, their heads are all tilted upwards. Something kind of strange about them, though, with your hard success, is that like none of them really look to have hair. It's kind of odd for a bunch of
Children.
kids in their 7 to 15 range.
So,
With that, I'm gonna cut
okay.
because I want to check in with Bev, and
Okay.
you two can think about what you want to do. Bev, last we saw you would push through into this hidden office, bookshelves galore, one large tome unfurled atop what looks like a very well kept desk, and what looks like to be some kind of secondary countertop with a stool where there looks to be various tools and things. What would you like to do, Bev?
Shaima, go check out that desk over there and see the experiment. I'm gonna check out the main desk. We may be back in
We see
Trammel's
Shaima.
office, so be careful.
We see Shaima walk across and sit down on the stool. The stool moves, and she sits down and she starts like kind of looking around at what's ever going on there.
Mm-hmm.
Bev, what are you doing?
As she will carefully walk towards the main desk, and she'll just look without touching anything at first at that large tomb that's laid out upon the table.
Okay. What languages do you speak?
Latin, Spanish, Thai, French, and English. Though the
Okay.
only ones that are high enough to really, I say, count is Spanish, Latin, and English.
Okay. You see two things. You see this large, the large tome,
Mhm.
and then you see what looks like a notebook that is on the side of it. And as you look at the tome and you kind of flip towards, first of all, you notice it's in German.
Okay.
And when you look towards the front, towards the publication page and such, you see Unausprechlichen Kulten, and it's written by someone named Friedrich Wilhelm von Junst from 1839.
Oh, have I heard that name before?
And when you look at the full interior page, it says Das Buch von den Unaussprechlichen Kulten. Apologies, my German's rusty. And it looks to have been printed in Hamburg.
Oh.
Yeah. That's actually true. That's not just a reference to
I
that.
know.
That's,
I was like,
that's actually true.
oh. Okay. Have I
And-
heard that
Yeah, and it's in
author's
German.
name before?
I don't. Have you?
I'm trying to get my notes back. What was the name again?
The author's name.
Author's name.
Hang on. Friedrich Wilhelm von Junz.
Okay, no, I don't have him in
Junz.
there.
I'm trying to remember what the J is in German. Is it just a Y?
I think it's Jonas.
Tell me in the comments. I think it's Junst.
Okay. That doesn't mean anything to her because, she can recognize that it's German, but she can't read it.
You can give me a... you can give me a mythos test, I guess.
Okay. Uh, 15. I'll spend the 4 luck
Spend
to
your 4?
pass. Yeah.
Okay. It is often just referred... You've heard of it, perhaps, during your conversations with Cyrus, or maybe just... maybe going through some of Samson Trammell's, or going through the library of Sirakan over on Kokark Island, something like that.
Mhm.
It is often referred to as the Black Book. And it tells of the author's, Junz's, connections to various cults and secret societies. And it appears as though you have one in front of you. There are a couple different versions of it. It's possible you might have seen a version of before in English called Nameless Cults. But it appears there is a German edition here. And then in the pages, or in the notebook, there are, to the side, it looks as though someone has been taking notes, as if they've been very carefully and studiously reading. And like as you flip back through the pages in the notebook, you realize someone has been taking significant notes for quite some time. And you recognize the handwriting as being that of your father's.
Oh. I think recognizing that as her father's handwriting is going to cause a little bit of a dilemma in Bev, because he's always been such a scientific man. And before she even got involved in this, she was also very scientifically based, and she really didn't truly believe in mythos until she came face to face with it. And she'll start to read through the notes a bit because she can't quite believe that this is her father's work, his doing. I mean, she knows it's in the house, but there's still like that voice in the back of her head that has her believing that she can't get comfortable because this could be the lavish office that we saw at Trammell's estate, or just as worse, Sir Khan's, library. And yeah, so she'll spend some time looking at that and then looking at Shaima to see if she's, found anything yet.
Okay, so, a lot of questions. Okay, so first of all, you're reading through his notes. And one of the things that you notice, or I guess the primary theme that you notice, is that he seems to be taking notes that look not unlike the kind of mixture of instructions and lore and process and materials that you've seen when you were reading the Revelations of Glaaki, and when you were going through the notes of Arturo when you were in the Yucatan.
Okay.
It looks as though your father is trying to codify or deconstruct or decode a spell, and it looks as though he might have successfully done so. And it seems to be a spell that he has temporarily, at least, titled Revivify.
Oh, shit. That's definitely gonna catch her attention, and unfortunately, my my what is it? It's not my what's it called? Because my thing is it's my drive scholarship, unfortunately, is gonna cause me some problems because I'm gonna look into it more.
Yeah, for sure.
Even if with the insanity.
Oh gosh. That's a revelation.
Okay, so from what you can tell, the notes go back quite some time. They're not dated particularly cleanly, but you can definitely tell sort of a difference in the quality of ink over time. Like you can tell, like this is something that he has been, assuming this is his, in fact, writing, that this is something that he has been taking notes on for quite some time. And what it basically seems to show is a process. It seems he is obsessed with the notion of like revivifying or resurrection in some cases. And it describes like a series of sacrifices and trades that you have to make. One of the most notable things it says that he seems to have concluded that one of the best ways to ensure the success of revivification is more of a trade. The idea of not just resurrecting the dead, but of sacrificing some life so as to raise another or transfer it into another. And as you continue to look into it, you definitely seem as that it certainly sounds from his notes that he has cracked the case, or he has cracked this situation. He seems at some point he seems like he's figured it out. Give me a library use test.
Okay.
What is happening?
26 hard success. Would I get better if it was extreme?
No.
Okay.
No, you're fine. Okay. Yeah, at a certain point, it seems that he has he makes the claim that he is going to finally attempt it, and that the limits of modern medical sciences failed him and failed Norma, and finally he will be able to put right what medicine put wrong. The mistakes he had made can now be rectified, and it looks as though he has attempted to cast the spell, or he has successfully cast the spell of some kind. As you're kind of reading this out loud, you hear Shima's voice. Maitreyi, for old time's sake, can you say something along the lines of like, Dr. Key, I found something?
Dr. Key, I think I found something.
Okay. And she'll quickly close the journal and then scurry over to where Shima is.
You scurry over and you can see she has found a log book. And when you open it up, it's the type of book you would expect in like a laboratory. Your dad's a medical doctor, so it's not the most uncommon thing to see. But it seems connected to whatever it is that you have been reading. And it seems he has been documenting various, trying to see how to quite put this, he's trying to quantify the size of sacrifice. And it's referencing various pieces of like a body. And he kind of references organs, he references like limbs and things like that. And to see like the various kind of sort of changing or affecting the amplitude or the effect of whatever it is he's trying to put off. And it looks like as though he has been doing this for a few months now.
Oh, God.
And there are tools, it seems, here as well that you don't fully recognize. They almost look in some ways like a wood burning tools, like something someone would burn various shapes and insignias into wood. These, however, you can tell they almost look medical and surgical in some way. But there's definitely signs that these have been given significant use. And as you look around, like it's definitely clear that these tools have been used significantly.
I think that would be the moment where it finally clicks that, oh God, Daddy really did this. He's sacrificed bits of people. Oh God. And then you just kind of watch as she's standing there and she just kind of crumples to the floor and then curls up in a fetal position, and she just closes her eyes as tightly as she can, hoping that when she opens them again, she'll just be in her bed like normal. But she's obsessively like peeking and opening her eyes and looking at the wall that she pushed through, because she doesn't know if she wants her dad to know that she's been here, but at this point she's just so frozen in fear and confusion that she can't get up off the floor.
So we'll fade out of that scene with Bev in something of a fetal position. We'll cut back to Patrick and Carmelita, who are now in a medical hospital. We see this montage of them arriving, going in, talking to doctors. Like, let me ask you guys a question. Do you have a story for how you guys got shot?
Yeah,
the doctor's going to ask.
This is in the Carter's mansion, and we got shot there. So,
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot different than the story we used at the manor, which that we went out for an evening and got jumped by I don't even know who.
What's that lie about?
So
when
you mentioned the Carter mansion, the doctor who's like kind of tending to you, and you can see they're like trying to pull the bullet out of you. You went up to the Carter mansion? What the hell are you going up there for?
Yeah, something lured us out there.
Lured you out there?
An engagement party. Big old joke.
An engagement party? Who the hell would go to have an engagement party up at the Carter mansion? That place has been it's been a ruin for decades now.
That's what we were saying.
Whose engagement party was this?
It was the next fiance. Seems they pulled a fast one.
Hang on there, Bob. Bob, let me see if I understand this. You were given an invitation to go to an engagement party for your ex-fiance up in Carter Mansion. Is that right? Do I got the right of it, kid?
Sounds about right.
And while you were there, someone shot both you and your lady friend over there.
We got shot there, that's for sure.
Listen, I don't want to pry into your business, but this sounds pretty, if someone's shooting at you, and if someone's luring you up there trying to kill you, well, this sounds like the type of thing we might want to call in some of the old Arkham police for. So I'm going to have to ask you to just go ahead and stay right there, and I'm going to go fetch a kindly police officer, and they're going to come over here, and they're going to take a statement, they're going to figure out exactly what's going on. How's that sound?
Get him in here, we'll tell him all about it.
Well, all right then. You see, they kind of goes off. Do you and you know, for ease, I know this reality is not true, but for ease, we'll say the two of you are close enough in the same room, having both had your bullets removed, or at least attempted. So let's do a medicine test. So he's got to do a medicine test. I do actually have stats for this. So he's going to do a medicine test for the two of you.
Oh, I do hope he rolls well.
Okay. All right, this first one's going to be for Patrick. Patrick, unfortunately, that's a fail. So you do not gain any additional HP. Okay, and then this one's for Carmelita. Carmelita, that's a success.
Oh, sweet.
You're going to regain 2 points of HP from that.
Awesome.
So maybe Patrick, like he was able to get the bullet out, but yours was like deeper lodged, and it was kind of in a more delicate place. And like in the process of doing so, maybe he kind of tore some of the tissue up a little bit more, and so it's just a little bit harder. And like your stitches are a little bit messed up. So, do you two say anything before cop comes past?
See if we get a hold of any of our friends, like if Will or Marie or even Frank Kearns. Anyone, let them know that we've been attacked.
Okay. Do you want to call like the Hotel Miskatonic?
Okay, yeah. Let's give it a ring.
Okay, give it a ring. What do you ask for? Do you ask for Janet? Do you ask
Walnuts.
for like Frank? Probably is not the right walnuts. Yeah, that makes most
Yeah.
sense. Okay, so a little while later, there's a little bit of time. Like you asked, so we'll say you asked the doctor to use the phone, and since your guys aren't trying to squirrel and sneak away, they seem trusting. It's 1937.
Tell
Get
him
walnuts
to
on the
come
phone.
here. Tell him to come here.
And he's like, Mr. Price, it's pretty late out. What's going on here?
Yeah, it's a bit
What's the
urgent.
problem?
Carmelita and I have been shot and might be in more danger.
You've been shot? What the hell shot you?
Tell him
hospital
that
now?
Mr. Rogers might be in trouble, might be in danger too.
Yeah,
Tell him to
Carmelita
come down
says
here.
Rogers might be in danger as well. We found something at the Carter Mansion.
What did you find? He gets very. What did you find? Why do you think Miss Winston Rogers is in danger?
There's an article about her. Some threats headed away.
Just give him the
By
hospital
who?
name. Tell him to come here.
Who is threatening her?
He was going by an alias, Gerald Finger, but I think I know the man. He's
Are you waiting for an engraved
No,
invitation?
no.
Who do you think he is?
It's a Jack Pisner. We met him in L.A. He's been chasing me, hunting me down.
Pisner. The private eye?
Yeah, you've heard of him.
All right. I'm going to send somebody out to get you. I'm going to go make sure that Janet's secure. And you hear it click. And like, that's it. And like, you can see he sounded a little panic. And he heads off. Which one of you has lower luck?
I have 8 right now.
Probably me with 13.
He's got 8.
8.
So I'm going to go with the 8.
Oh my gosh.
I started
But you guys had like a
God.
bunch. What happened to all yours? What happened to
Spent it.
did you
He
guys
spent
have,
like
a bunch
30
of
on
No,
them?
something.
I started with
What
like
happened?
23.
I spent 10 for the initial tough. I spent 37 on the listen for hard. And then another
Holy
chunk.
crap.
Yeah, I would just throw it around.
To be fair, I will tell you that had you not spent the 37 on the listen, he would have got another shot on you.
Oh.
Because he has and he would have gotten a bonus die and everything on it.
Well-
he would have
well
actually
spent.
gotten-
Yeah, the one for the
Yeah, so that
contest
actually-
that kept me awake.
Okay. Okay, so go ahead and roll the luck. Let me know how you do.
Okay. 28. 22 many.
Okay. Okay. We'll say then that the cop shows up first. So you see a young man, graveyard shift from Arkham. And he comes in and he says, "Hello, I'm Officer Hartwell. I'm coming down here as responding to some sort of attack for you and your wife here with the two of you attacked, sir."
Oh, no, wife, a friend of mine. And yes, we were shot.
Oh, he makes a little note. So you and your lady friend at very late at night, the two of you were shot. Oh, could you tell me a little bit more details about this? Who were you shot by? What were you doing?
Speculation. Not sure who shot at us. Couldn't see him. But I'll tell you all about it. What we saw, what we heard.
Okay. And do you tell him everything? Do you tell him like the whole truth, nothing
Yeah,
but the
I'm not
truth, or do you leave anything
I
out?
could obscure anything. I'll tell him what happened.
Okay. So you tell him the full truth of arriving there, the big bonfire, the jazz music going on, the box of fingers, the threat in the newspaper, the threat on the business card, the sniper shots that hit you. Do you then tell them about stealing the car at the manor house that you went down towards?
Yeah, you're going to want to
and
return
how,
this to this man. We bought it from him.
Had to get to the
Okay.
hospital.
At that, Carmelita takes a step back. Physical distance will help at all.
As you describe your car theft, he's like, huh. Well, Mr. Price, was it? And I'm gonna ask. I think at this point maybe it's a good idea for us to head down to the station. I'm gonna call my supervisor to come on in. This is one heck of a story that you've got going on. So I think it might be best if we we remove ourselves. I'll check with the doctor to make sure that the both of you are fit for travel. But you don't look too good for. You don't look too good, but looks like you all can move around just enough. After all, you stole a truck.
Just freely admitted.
All right. Well, we'll see. So why don't you come on with us? And so, unless you guys resist, I'm going to say you guys are taken down to downtown Arkham Police Station.
Don't worry, Carmelita. They'll let us go. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this is not my first time being questioned by the cops.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Okay, so
we
the two of you
started the
go back.
session
Good job.
thinking that you two might die. So, I mean, really, getting
Yeah.
a police escort
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
as bad as it could have been.
Long winter, help that, dude. Just out of curiosity.
Pretty solid 17.
Oh, it's still at 17. That's dope.
that tough guy.
He's
He's got that tough guy
see?
stuff.
Icon,
only
plus that
6 total.
Yeah.
kind of big.
I'm at
He's a
7.
beast.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Do you wanna
Patrick,
try to
I'm
make a
just
case to
gonna
say you
throw
stay?
you in front of me.
Carmelita, do you want to make the case that you should stay at the hospital because you are so injured? Do you want to make that case?
No.
Okay. All right. If that's the case, then after some back and forth, the doctor will eventually relent and the two of you are taken downtown. Okay. We're going to cut over
shows
to
up in the
Marie.
hospital being like, where the hell are these guys? I told them to stay
That
put.
was the only thing
The doctor.
Honestly, if Walnut was coming, I might have stuck around. But if he's just tending some guy,
geez.
then I'm not gonna bother.
His primary is always Janet, right? Okay.
Of course.
So we're going to cut over to Marie. Will, last we saw of you, Will got hit by a car. Maybe it was the truck and the cop hit you as they were driving back. So I felt like you getting hit by their truck while they were driving was way too cute, but it was kind of funny.
Yeah. So
okay.
Marie,
that
I would
would've been
say
awesome though.
Yeah.
I joked
So, like,
it was
little
Frank
too cute.
Kearns in chat.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like you said, Ash. This is basically Pastor Wood's fault anyway. So.
So when we were last here, like Will was kind of babbling a little bit about, kind of this paranoia and, we're being watched and all of that. And Marie sees these kids and sees that they're looking at something. And so she just fairly unceremoniously just reaches over and just like claps her hand over Will's mouth. Will you shut up. Look, there's actual children right over there. And they're looking at something. You should see what
Reach
they're
up,
looking at.
Pull her hand down. Are they the ones spying on us? Street
They're not
urchins, they're
looking.
natural spies.
They're not looking at us. They're looking up. I would like to see what they are looking at first. Can you stop talking for 5 seconds so that we can try to get closer and not get their attention?
I'm not talking right now. Let's go.
And so Marie assumes that she still has to like help Will since he just got hit by a big ass car.
Yeah, I assume there's a little bit of a stagger to his walk as he's regaining his balance.
Yeah. He didn't run you over. He just kind of hit you. He screeched to a halt.
definitely
all that
winded.
kind of good stuff. Okay. Do you two want to approach stealthily? Is that the idea?
Yes. That's Marie's thought anyway.
If we have to.
Which one of you has the lower stealth?
40.
40.
Okay, why don't you both roll then?
19 under 40. Hard success.
35 under 40 regular success.
Nice.
I get to ticket. I get to ticket because I wasn't greedy.
Okay. Look at you. Exactly. See? You don't cheat. Good things happen. Okay. Two of you narrowly squeeze through the the bars and the wrought iron fence. At this point, I'm going to say it's mostly dark, but there's light coming through the windows. And so it's cast along the lawn of the psychiatric facility. A handful of trees and bushes, benches, places to sit. You can definitely tell this is the type of place where they might actually take a few of the patients out. This is not very big compared. Both of you at this point have been to the Winston home. So this is dwarfed by comparison. Like the Winston Manor is quite large. This is a Victorian, like an old Victorian building, but it's not as quite as large and sprawling as Winston Manor is. As you approach, you hear whispering, and I'll say one of you could roll. Well, one of you can roll a listen test. One of you can roll a spot hidden test if you want, as you start to get closer.
Whenever I roll spot hidden, I wish that I miss Pastor Woods.
Every time I ask for a spot hidden, I regret it immediately if Will's involved.
I'll take the spot hidden.
I'll take the listen then.
57 over 51. I will spend the luck to make it a success.
Okay. Marie?
Regular success on the listen.
All right. Marie, you recognize the sounds of the same kind of whispering that you heard outside your window. And it's not saying the same things as it was to you, but you definitely recognize the same sounds. You also recognize the sounds of that kind of sibilant-like language that you've heard elsewhere, like where the hard S's and things like that, going all the way back to the time in which you were in Savannah, towards the very beginning of this, on that rainy road when you got into a fight with thugs. And you hear that coming, interspersed with the whispering. Will, you hear the whispering, but you're focused a little bit more with your eyes. You catch the profile of one of these children, and you realize immediately it's not a child, or at least doesn't look like a child. As completely bald, the ears are a little bit too large, the face is far too wrinkled and flabby. The whole body itself, as you can see, there's tattered rags, but where the rags don't cover, you just see chunks of like fat and flesh rolling out from underneath the rags themselves. You do not see anywhere on their face an actual mouth. And instead, you notice on the palms of their hands, there are mouths much like Patrick's. And that seems to be where the whispering is coming from. I'm going to go ahead and say you both can roll sanity at this point.
Oh, gosh. Oh, no. It just got through about a madness.
88 over 35.
83 over 42.
Okay, so both of you see this. Both of you are going to unfortunately take only 1 point of sand, but it is still 1 point of sand.
Yeah. Gonna be another bout of madness
left.
Actually, I'm sorry, 2 points of sand because there is a group of them. There's different numbers, whether it's solo or whether it's a group. This is a group of them. Okay. So Marie, you've no longer got the underlying, right?
Oh, is the underlying gone as well? Like I knew that the new bout of madness was done, but I still have the
bout of madness is gone. I can't remember if did we finish. Yeah, you were never cured then. Okay, it's only if you cured through self-care or through your private care with Dr. Mueller.
Yeah, I was not cured.
You don't have the underlying. Okay, I think Patrick was. Was Carmelita? Did we successfully do it with Sebastian?
Yeah, I think so.
Can't remember.
I believe so.
All right. I'm gonna say that again. So for those of you who are suffering, for the two of you, I think are both going to suffer a bout of madness at the sight of this, right? So you could say your mania kind of kicks into play here in overdrive. You can say paranoia takes place. You could say an amnesia kicks in and we find you a couple blocks away having no memory of how you got here. I'll let each one of you help sort of narrate that. Start with Will. Will, you're seeing...
It makes sense to keep the paranoia going. He was feeling paranoid just a couple minutes ago, so now it's even more heightened. He's seeing this and he's thinking not just about people spying on us, but that the cult is in full swing here. We're seeing the results of it right now, and then he starts thinking that like we're specifically being targeted and lured to these children monsters that have these hands that are obviously going to try and attack us. So he probably pulls out one of his guns and has it at the ready, not necessarily shooting yet, but he's hunkered down behind a bush or wherever they're hiding right now, just trying to stay low because he thinks someone's coming to get him at this very moment.
Okay. And Marie, what do you think? Like, you can help on this. Like, what do you think your bout of madness looks like here?
I would say that she is going to... Oh gosh, I think she's been worried that she's kind of got things that are sort of going on with her, and we must stop them. We must take them out. We must. Yes. You've got the right of it. You've got a weapon. We can take care. We can take care of them. We've got to get rid of them. I can tear them apart.
I'll start firing.
So I'm going to take it further because I don't think that's far enough yet, actually, for your bout of madness. I know what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
But like maybe you like throw your hands out to the side and like you feel like they have claws.
Yep.
And maybe like your mouth is now like exposed. You feel like you have fangs. and like this, like suddenly Marie is like in this feral stance, and you see her start to like lope in the direction of where this group of creatures or children or whatever they are, and you see her just like racing in like this wild feral creature. Okay. And then as you get there, Marie, they very clearly notice that you're coming. Go ahead. We're going to say Steve.
No, totally.
If she like started to attack, Will would definitely, he's feeling threatened at this very moment too, so he would start firing.
Okay. I'm down for that. All right. So let me go ahead and
oh gosh.
You guys wanted to zoom in, you can see what these things look like. You only see the back of them though. They're pretty creepy looking. All right, let me add
oh gosh
some stuff.
Oh,
actually, wait, no, let me keep them.
Oh
this
gosh,
is the home scene where we all die.
And it wasn't the people that were getting shot at from a sniper rifle at the beginning.
It's okay, I'm still probably going to.
You're the one who charged in, not me.
I'm fine letting
it totally
Marie tank.
Made sense with like that particular concern
Marie,
that she has.
you go loping in like you're a freaking werewolf.
Yep.
Like you're just coming in like big claws, big things, and it's like the most bizarre thing to see. This woman, this previously elegant jazz singer, she's having a weird day, comes leaping into this bush to attack these flabby, creepy-looking, large-eared. Like they have the size of a child, but they are very clearly not children.
Yeah,
and they immediately their heads turn around, no mouths, and their hands are there, and they begin reaching out direct towards you. Will, I'm gonna say, I mean, you're first because you got the best dex, but you are still suffering a bout of madness. You have a friend that's kind of rushing into melee. So I'm going to say you're going to roll these attacks with the penalty die for that. Between the panic, between Marie kind of rushing in front.
Fair.
There are 3 total, by the way.
He's paranoid right now, so his hands are probably shaking quite a bit. I am going to do 3 shots, so that'll give me a second penalty die. So we'll see how this goes. I definitely won't hit Marie.
Okay. In the lawn outside of a psychiatric facility at like 7 o'clock at night,
we deserve to be inside the
facility. Will starts blasting.
All right. First one is a failure. My firearms is 80. That was an 86.
Oh, jeez.
Second one, 88.
Oh my gosh.
All those 80s. Makes sense. 84. All 3 miss.
Wow.
Okay, so you just start firing away, and they're just clinking off the walls of this building. Okay, all done.
That's all I got. Yeah,
Marie, you are in fact next. These are these kind of flabby looking, like lots of flesh, more than you would expect. Heads not properly shaped, but you managed to close the distance on them first. So do you just launch yourself into the midst of them and start swinging? Okay,
absolutely. Like she's got claws for hands, and she thinks she can just take care of these. She
totally does.
Yeah.
Give me, and you're biting and you're clawing. Give me a brawl roll. Oh my god.
Yeah. Me and
I was
my
gonna kill you guys, but
25 brawl. Nope. 56.
Okay.
You can spend luck, right?
You can spend luck on attacks. Yeah.
I need.
Want to?
You have 1,000.
What do you? 56 minus 25.
31.
Yeah. Okay. I will spend 31 luck.
Oh my god. Okay. Roll your damage as you hit one.
Oh god.
I'll say. Actually, wait. No, I get to dodge or fight back.
Oh,
what am I
yeah,
talking
that's
about?
right.
What am I talking about?
Yeah.
I'll say he dodges. He tries to dodge. So you target one of them, and they try to dodge. They fail. Okay, so they fail their dodge. So that you get an attack off one. You just launch yourself at one. You just start ripping through, biting into their flabby, gross, disgusting skin. That is not like normal human skin. It is like this strange patchwork of skin, like this pasty looking feel to it.
And
go ahead and roll your damage.
A punch is 1d3.
You should have a punch. I should have punch programmed into you.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's a 1d3. Like, is that what I'm rolling? I'm just double checking that it is.
Yeah, 1d3.
Okay.
You don't actually have claws.
Yeah. It's a 2.
2 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay. So you come in, you throw yourself at one, you start raking through, biting into them.
Just to confirm, do you have a dex bonus?
Nope.
Yeah, your DB.
Yeah, DB
your,
is
your
0.
DB, your damage bonus.
Damage bonus. Yeah,
Okay.
my damage bonus is 0.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I am going to turn my attacks onto you then.
Yeah, this is going to be real bad because I have I have very low dodge.
And they actually
Okay.
do have fangs.
Yes, they do actually have mouths that can do things.
Yeah.
This
and
mouse
that's
was
what
made
they're
for
gonna
singing.
do. Dodge or fight back? Dodge or fight back?
Dodge.
First attack. Okay, go for it.
Fail.
Okay, I failed as well. They reach out and they try, like, with their hands to try to get the hands to the mouths and the hands to bite you. But the first one misses. You manage to quickly dodge out of the way, and it like bites down onto the branch of a bush. The second one, same thing. What are you doing?
I'm dodging. Does something happen because this is the second dodge?
I get a bonus die
Okay.
because you're outnumbered now. Yeah.
Oh, it's a 40 over 35. I would spend the 5.
Okay, that's good. I rolled right on my number, so that's a regular success for me. So you managed to. One of them almost grabs you, but at the last second, you kind of stiff arm it away. It stumbles back into the wall. You can see it, but it's not coming from its head. It's again coming from its hands. And then the third one, same thing. What do you want to do?
Just so everyone at home knows, I'm down to 30 luck. So I'm at that precipice.
And you
Oh my-
spent 30? Whoa.
Yeah.
She had a lot.
You
Yeah.
were kidding. Gotcha.
I failed 50.
Okay, I have a regular success. So one of them finally gets through to you and it's going to bite you for 1 point of damage. Okay, so one of them you feel as their hand grips down, we'll say onto your back, and you just feel it crunch down in like right by your shoulder. We go to the top of the round. Will, you see that Marie is mixed in with this melee of these 3 creatures. You have just fired 2 shots. Marie, your bout of madness has now ended as I rolled a 1 for your length, and you realize now in your feral state that you are not a werewolf or were-hyena, that you are in fact a human, and you are surrounded by these flabby creatures, these hideous things with these mouths in their hands. And maybe it's the bite on your back that shocked you out of it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Will, you are still paranoid for another 7 rounds.
Oh.
So
I'd like to keep doing the same thing if I can. Just keep firing.
absolutely. Please do.
3 more shots.
Remember,
Because I'm
critical
firing
fail.
into melee, is
You hit
there...
Marie.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Just penalty die. We're just going to do 1 penalty die for the mixture of like you being kind of crazy.
And a second penalty die because I'm doing multiple shots. But I'm not going to roll 80s
Okay.
again, guys.
You're not. You
No,
did that
you're
last
great.
time. You're going
If
to roll
you
90s
roll-
this time.
Critical fail. Marie's getting shot.
How do you roll a critical fail with 2 penalty dice? That was an 84 on my first one.
Oh my gosh.
Here we go. Oh, no, never mind. That's an 81.
How
Why
do
do
you
you spend
keep...
luck on these guys? Why am I not spending
You
luck?
absolutely can.
I have plenty of luck.
I don't know.
I'm
You're
an
crazy.
idiot. I'm paranoid. I'm not thinking straight.
Oh my gosh, you could
I'll
have
spend
passed
the 1 luck to
all
turn
of
that into a success.
the last one.
I could have. I honestly could have.
Okay. Roll your
And
damage.
my final one is
okay.
53, so that's a success as well. So 2 hits.
All right. 2 hits.
Yes.
Damage.
Roll damage.
That was a 1 on both dice, so that's 3 and 3.
Okay. One of them falls. One of them has their hand in the back of Marie and is just biting down. And Marie, you're screaming, and suddenly you realize your voice sounds like a woman and not like a freaking were-hyena. It's no longer like, maybe as you were racing in, you were like doing like that kind of classic hyena thing. And then the gunshots go off, and the one that bit into you just gets blown against the wall. You see the splatter of like this dark, disgusting, viscous blood, and it starts to sort of fall down while the other 2 remain. That is now 6 gunshots that have gone out in the night air. You start to hear the sounds of people inside and screaming and stuff like, oh, what is that? And then you hear others like through the windows of what you presume to be our mental patient rooms are starting to like scream in terror. Coming to Marie, you are next. You're fired next.
She
Hello,
has
Marie.
awful taste in her mouth from trying to like bite at these things.
Sure.
But I feel like when she comes to, she would want to run away very quickly. Like, this is...
You just want to flee?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So you start running.
Yeah.
Double time it. Okay. Sounds good.
And she's just gonna say, we must go, we must go. We must go. And tries to, like, run towards Will. And
you go racing and racing and racing, and you run right past Will, who's just firing and firing. And then the other two start chasing after you, but then they see that Will's a closer target, and they launch themselves at Will.
Thanks, Marie.
First one.
Justifying this paranoia. You're the mole.
Training the dungeon onto your teammate. Do you dodge or you want to dodge? You want to fight back?
Dodge. Always
Actually,
dodge
no,
for Will.
You got to go. All right.
Sorry, I'm looking up my skill. I was on the wrong. I was on the combat.
Too late.
52, 40 regular success on dodge.
I got a hard success with an 18. So I win. Sucker. All right.
You're supposed to come running with me. You're supposed to run.
You take 3 points of damage as one of them reaches out towards your gun hand. 3. And like their hand clamps down onto your wrist, but it's not just they're grabbing you, they are biting into your wrist now, and you see a splurt of blood go out the sides of the mouth of the hand. And then the second one's going to come in with a bonus die. Go for it.
32 under 52. I'll go ahead and spend the 6 points to make it a hard success.
And it's a good thing you did, as I rolled another hard success. And this time, as like the second one comes in to try to maybe get your other arm, you manage to sort of shirk free, and it kind of stumbles maybe into the trunk of the tree that you were kind of taking your position behind. At this point, you start to hear even further now, even more sounds of screams. People maybe passing by in cars, like, are kind of shouting out and looking like, what's going on there? And we see Marie running and running. Top of the round, Will, what are you doing? You're surrounded by 2 of these things.
All right, so this one has a hand mouth on my wrist. We'll say it's my gun hand.
You're not grappled.
Yeah,
you're not grappled.
I'm trying to justify it in the story here. So I would have to. I only have 1 bullet left in that gun. So Will is going to grab his other gun, and like instead of the hand that's not being gripped, and fire at the one that's like closest to him that was biting him.
Okay, and you no longer get the penalty die because of Marie, and you're point blank. So
I thought the penalty die was because I was crazy right now. The paranoid. It's because of Marie.
I was saying it was a mixture of the two, but I would say since she's away and this thing's point blank, you're going to get a bonus die for the point blank.
Nice.
All right. So then it'll end up being just even then because I'm still firing multiple shots.
Sounds good.
67 hits.
Okay.
58 hits. And a 50 hits. So 3 shots into the belly of this one next to me.
Give me damage.
Even if I kill it. That is 11, 18, 3. Not 18. 11, 8, and 3. So that's 21.
21. You fire 3 bullets, and the one that bit you in the arm is obliterated and just kind of and just falls down to the ground. That blood beginning to ooze out. You still see the mouths kind of on the palm. You see like a tongue begin to unfurl out of it, but it can't quite get up towards you. Okay. Anything else? You done?
I think I spent like my movement to get to get the extra gun, so I wouldn't be able to really run that far. So that's pretty much it.
That's fair. Okay, Marie, do you continue to flee?
Gosh, like Marie definitely doesn't have her gun because she has a gun, but there's no way that she would have had it on her at this point. So is there another one that's right next to Will?
There's 1 more left. Yeah, there were 3 total. He's killed 2. There's 1 more that's right on him. Yeah.
Seeing that Will did not follow her, Marie has got to try to do something to help her friend. Like she absolutely is like compelled to, basically. And so he is going to.
Would you be willing to say that I dropped that gun with 1 bullet in it?
Sure.
So if Marie wanted to pick it up, you don't have to.
It bit your hand, and in pain, your hand, like the gun falls. Yeah, I like that.
Okay, then Marie
If you want
would
one shot, you can have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Marie will.
So you have to race back in, pick it up, and now you are in melee, and you can try to fire the one bullet.
So let me ask you this from a environmental perspective. Is there anything close by that could be thrown? Like, is there anything that could be like
There's rocks and things like that.
projectile?
But nothing, yeah, I mean, there's rocks.
I'm gonna do that because like she's not great at guns, so like the idea that like she would have the like wherewithal to do like a super cool like action movie kind of a like slide in, pick up the gun and shoot kind of thing, like I think that strains a little bit. It could be cool, and I appreciate the attempt on that. I think she's gonna like pick something up close by and throw it at this thing.
Pick up a big rock on part of one of these, like one of this little display area where there's like wood chips and things and flowers, and you just pick up a rock that's kind of retaining it, keeping it from spilling out onto the walk path. You pick it up and you hurl it back. Okay, how'd you do?
I failed.
Did you critically fail and hit Will?
No, I didn't. I rolled a 75 over 40.
It's a big.
So
okay.
Yeah.
All right, you throw the rock back and it kind of explodes on the, like you see it kind of break apart into pieces on the ground behind, maybe in the wall itself. And then it'll come to the last of these creatures, and it will attempt to bite Will once more. Will, are you fighting back? Are you dodging?
Sorry, completely forgot
said
I
you
need
always
to roll the dodge. Because I automatically pass when I dodge, is the rules I play by. 29 over 26, I'll spend the 3 luck.
Okay, then you managed to dodge out of the way of the last one of them, as it took a couple steps. Actually, no, you didn't run away, right? You like stood still, right?
I stood still, yeah.
You see this thing, then it's gonna it's not gonna run particularly far, but after it like kind of launches out to bite you and it misses, it's gonna like look down and then it's gonna dart back into the bushes like it's trying to run away. It's not gonna get very far. You guys can still both see it, but you can see it's now in this process of trying to run. And then we come back to the top of the round. Will, what do you do?
If it's running, I am okay not firing at it. I want to grab this dead one that's at my feet, throw it over my shoulders, and just start booking it.
Okay, so you pick one of these up, throw it over your shoulder, and you just start racing away. Okay.
Not even yelling to Marie because she already ran away. And I'm sure in the chaos, Will wasn't really paying attention that she was throwing stuff. So he just starts turn and follow after her.
Do you follow, Marie?
So Marie would go and grab the gun that he dropped and then would run.
Okay, now you pick up the gun and you start racing away.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll cut from there. As you guys are racing through the streets.
Shit.
With the monster.
Body on your shoulder. Okay. Is it? No. Okay. It's a bird monster. No, it's not. It's the what was it again? I don't know. It was Marie's sister. Something like that. Okay, we're gonna come back to. I think we're gonna check back in with Bev. Last we saw Bev, you were like in a fetal position.
Yeah.
Like over in your and presumably your father's like special study. You keep opening and closing your eyes, and at no point does what happened seems to go away. What do you do, Bev?
I think she, cause I mean, she only has 8 sand. So I want to say this really is truly almost kind of like life-altering information that she's been given. And she continues to just lay there despondent, and you watch as her blinks become less frequent, and then eventually the drool starts to drip out of the side of her mouth as she just kind of clings to herself to this button that she has sewn in of her mother's to her pajamas. And she just clings to that button, and she reaches out like she's holding Shima's hand, but she doesn't move other than that, and she just lays there. Presumably until her father discovers that she's nowhere in the house.
We see like maybe like you kind of fade out of there, and then we fade back up, and like we see that bay window. We see the bright light coming through it, and like as your eyes kind of open back up from the sunlight, We see there you are sitting in a high back chair. We see Norma, your mother, sitting next to you, seemingly in this sort of strange state. Not fully catatonic, but you can see she like reaches out and grabs what looks like a teacup from a small tray in between you, and she starts sipping it. But you can tell her hand isn't quite working. So it's sort of shaking a little bit. And it's kind of coming up to her mouth. But when you look over, you can see she's got all sorts of like spots and things like that. But she looks at you and she smiles. And you can see her teeth are a little bit dark and probably not well taken care of. And she just smiles at you. And then puts the teacup back down.
And Bev smiles back at her. And then she'll stand and she'll walk away and she'll look for a mirror in the room. Because at this point, did her father have to revivify her as well? Did she die? And she'll start to inspect herself and look and see if she can find any decay that's visible, like what she sees with her mom, with like her teeth and the skin spots.
Give me a medicine test.
Okay.
Oh, that's a scary thought. That's a scary thought.
It's 39 over 27.
12 luck.
Yeah, I'll spend it.
Okay. You notice a lot of injuries.
Mm-hmm.
You notice bruises and old cuts and stabs, a bullet wound here, bullet wound there. Maybe a cracked tooth or two. But the teeth that you do have seem to be white enough. Your skin is certainly paler than maybe you have liked it recently, like as if you've spent a lot of time indoors over the past couple of months, a couple of weeks. Your eyes look a little bloodshot, but you don't see anything obvious to suggest that you have any kind of like borrowed or revivified flesh or anything like that. No, just look like a very tired and very sick woman.
Mm. Is my dad in the room?
You look around. I mean, if you want, you can find him, but right now we can say it's just you and your mother.
That kind of leaves her at ease, and she'll just go and sit with her mom, and she'll reach out and hold her hand. And instead of looking out the window like she usually does, she just spends this time memorizing and just appreciating that her mom is here, and in trying to justify what she thinks her father might have done and almost make it okay because her mom is here.
Okay. So once more, we fade out of a scene where you and your mother hold hands over top of a tea set, sun coming in. Maybe it's the morning light. We cut over nighttime. We are in Arkham Police Station. We see a handful of desks spread around. We see a couple of police officers, and a few of them are all surrounding this one desk where we see Carmelita and Patrick. They're being interviewed and interrogated. You've told them everything. Is there anything that you've tried to lie about? Anything you've tried to like embellish or withhold or anything like that?
I have no reason to.
Okay. All right. What about you, Carmelita?
She's not correcting anything Patrick is saying.
All right. All right.
I'm so sorry. One thing I think she would like to add is that Mr. Price, Patrick did say that we took the car and we need it returned. It should be noted that we specifically asked the gentleman for help, and he can corroborate our story if you speak with him. When you speak with him.
That, of course. We'll definitely be speaking with him. Absolutely. So we'll say like some time passes. You guys are sitting there, maybe doze off a little bit. Maybe you get a cup of coffee, and then maybe morning will eventually come. You see a cop show up, and you see like they're kind of whispering and talking like out of earshot of you, and they're like kind of looking towards you, and then like they're making like movements with their hands and such. And then eventually one of them comes over and it's like looking at you, and the same one. It's like the Officer Hartwell guy again. He's like, so yeah, we sent a few boys up Elm Mountain sort of check out your story. We didn't find any fingers around old Carter Mansion. We did see what looks like some sort of fire was going, and definitely got the sense that maybe there were some squatters there, but no fingers. Certainly see the damage that you did to the gate, but I don't think anyone's going to care too much about that. And we found the vehicle on the side of the mountain. Can't believe the two of you walked away from that. And we talked to a very frightened old man, Mr. Bolton, and he could corroborate the story that the two of you showed up very late at night. He describes the two of you as being bloody and threatening, however, trying to force your way into his home. Well, not his home, but the home that he works for. And then corroborates you having stolen the vehicle when he said that you all would have to leave. And it appears as though in stealing the vehicle, you have done some damage to it as well. We have a lot to unpack here. It seems as though there might be some sort of shooter on the loose. We're very concerned here that the two of you were even up at the mansion. Very strange place to go. And that you seem to have been causing a great deal of ruckus up there. So, do you have a local residence?
Yeah, I live in Arkham.
There are a few things with that statement that I'd like to correct on the record, if that would be all right.
You've had significant time to amend the statement.
No, just now. Everything you've just said, not previously.
Oh, was there something untrue about what I said?
Just a few details that might be relevant. First, Patrick, do you have the invitation for the engagement party? We didn't go up to the Carter Mansion for no reason. We went there because we were specifically invited to go there. And she's going to ask Patrick to share the invitation. She'll also say, we were, I mean, it's unfortunate that Mr. whatever his name was found us threatening,
Bolton.
Certainly.
Yes.
Mr. Bolton, thank you. It's unfortunate that he found us threatening. You, however, did see us at the hospital. That's all we were trying to do, was get to the hospital to get some help. And that's where you found us.
See,
and the damage to the car was a shot
empathy from others, but don't necessarily extend it to this poor old man.
We had
1 o'clock in the morning
wounds that we had to take care of.
What kind of decent, law-abiding citizen has bullet wounds in them at 1 o'clock in the morning?
I agree. I completely agree. Why would this happen to us? This should not have happened.
Ma'am, as I was saying, do you have a local residence?
Yes.
Would you please put that there, right there? And then it kind of slides a pad over to the two of you. You guys have had ample time to come up with a better story, and your story is filled with a lot of really strange questions. So, like, there's, like,
Yeah.
Like, I kept coming back to you guys, kept saying you're just following the story. So
no,
at some point you could have
that's
concocted
completely
it.
fair.
I think at this point,
I'm giving him
trespassing, stealing a car, hot wiring a car, you know,
I'm
referencing an engagement party that actually never actually existed in the newspaper. So there's a lot of things that don't add up.
But just to say, he shot his own car. We didn't shoot the car.
This is hard.
yeah,
I've been compliant with you this entire time. We just let us go. We'll make any charges that we need to make. Just here's my address: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's very curious. My mother lives over there. She lives at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Do you know Charlotte Hartwell? Look, I want to keep some verisimilitude here. Like, if you guys take an attitude with the cop, like it's 1937, two people just like went to a mansion of a very rich person and like stole a car, and so like if you guys want to roll a fast talk to come up with a story to kind of get out of this trouble, like, I don't think you guys are getting out of it.
I
told about everything that happened.
am trying to like be neutral and just kind of correct.
Yeah, did Patrick have the invitation?
Right realities.
Yeah,
but he didn't say anything incorrect. What did he say that was incorrect?
We were not trying to be threatening. We went there on an invite. I understand it was strange, but
you broke into the grounds of the Bolton residence, and you showed up bloody, and you tried to push the door open at one point, and then you stole a vehicle.
Yeah, it was.
I'm sorry, but there are going to be charges here.
Yeah.
To both of you. And since this is an ongoing investigation, we're going to request that neither of you leave town.
Oh, yeah, we'll be in it. Contact us anytime. At 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So it's just crazy. That's just. How long have you been there? Because, like, I see my mother like every other day. I go there for dinner. Okay. So we'll say you provide your details.
Yeah.
But I don't think you guys are out of trouble. Like, I definitely think that there's nothing to corroborate that some other person shot you. And there's a lot of details here. So we'll say that the two of you eventually get released. Maybe we can even say that like Janet will send some lawyer resource for you to help you kind of ease your escape from it. And then we'll cut over to Will and Marie, who have been huffing it through the streets. Where do you go after you steal the body of one of these creatures and fire off, I don't know, half a dozen or more shots?
How far is the Miskatonic Hotel?
Facility? From where you're at?
Pretty far, right?
It's pretty far.
I feel like Nancy's apartment is closer because that's where we started from, and we were walking distance from there. So like
a couple blocks away from Nancy's.
Yeah. So I think that's where Marie would want us to go. Of like, no, not that way. This way. Back to Nancy's.
Okay. Will would absolutely head that way, but he would want to. He wants to get this body to the hotel. He's still having a little bit of insanity, and he thinks that this is evidence that needs to be put into the record.
That's fine. We can just bring this to
halfway
the apartment.
Back to Nancy's. I'll say your bout of madness ends, and you realize you're carrying a body of a creature that you've shot. Not only that, you guys are running through the streets. Are you trying to? I assume
in the shadows,
be stealthy about
to whatever extent we can be in the shadows for sure.
Give me a stealth test. One of you can roll. I know you have the same thing, but you're going to take a penalty die for this because lots of gunshots just went out, and you're carrying a body over your shoulder. So you do have a bit of a
you want to roll it, Marie?
Conspicuous nature about you guys as you're running through.
I have the lowest one. So if
I thought we both had 40.
Oh no, that's right. We're both rolling.
Yeah, you both have 40. That's why I said like one of you can roll it. It's fine. Probably whoever has the most luck.
Okay, I'll roll it.
Okay.
Because you're down below 30, right?
I'm right at 30, yeah.
Okay, I'm at 38. Okay, 48. I will spend the 8 luck, and we're both right at 30 with 40 stealth. Look at that.
Okay.
Partners.
We'll say you make it back, then you make it to the back alley. You see I'm presuming you're going
fire escape
up the fire escape, and you're like trudging up there, and as you hear a sound as you get to like the second store. You hear meow, and you see like right there underneath the window is Joy Boy, like kind of just waiting as just kind of waiting to go back in because presumably you close the window.
Shoo stray.
Boy, Joy Boy! Joy Boy!
And Joy Boy like leaps up into Marie's arms at that point. And so now both of you are carrying a body. And you open the window, you go inside, you've got a dead body of a creature in your possession. Yeah.
Throws it on Marie's bed and takes the top blanket and just starts like bundling it up. Marie, call a cab right now. No, don't call a cab. Don't call a cab. That's too public.
No, I'm
Walnuts.
not calling a cab.
Call Walnuts. We need a car right now.
Do you think I have a telephone?
We see this bickering going, and we fade out of the scene. And then we open up, and we are once more in the Hotel Miskatonic conference room. And a couple days have passed. Perhaps we see Marie, we see Will, we see Patrick, we see Carmelita, we see Janet Winston Rogers, we see Mickey Walnuts, we see Frank Kearns, and we see Janet just sort of massaging her temples. And she just looks like, so what you're telling me is that the two of you, and she like points at Patrick and Carmelita, you go up Elm Mountain to the home or the whatever of, and you get in a fight, and you try to break into the Bolton mansion, and oh my goodness gracious. And then the two of you shoot up a psychiatric facility, and you bring some alien thing back. Oh, goodness gracious.
Okay, but hear me out. The cult isn't... They're doing things here now.
And at the same time, Carmelita is saying it was supposed to just be an engagement party.
Mr. Sawyer, we already knew that the cult was doing something here.
I know we knew that Nectar was here. This is a whole different thing, a whole different level.
The body.
Did you have someone dissect the body like I said?
We have people up at the manor and some of the private wings who are going to take care of it. You were supposed to keep a low profile. You were supposed to relax and get ready for Malta. You have bigger fish to fry here. And now I have lawyers and cops bearing down on me. There's newspaper articles about some craze shooter who just so happens to match the descriptions of both of the two of you. You're not filling me with great confidence here.
I will admit that lately I've had a bit of, I suppose you could call it, paranoia about things. I might be feeling some stress. Maybe I should have another appointment with your doctor.
I think it would be an excellent idea, Mr. Sawyer, for the first time I can ever say this, that you had an excellent idea for all of you to perhaps speak with Dr. Mulek. And if he does not give you a clean bill of health, you are not traveling to Malta. I cannot have crazed loons firing up the streets of a European city.
Understood. I spoke with him and I haven't yet found it helpful, but more. I'll spend more time. Yes, I'll spend more time there. And yes, that will. I'm sure that will help. I can check on Nancy. And has anyone checked on Dr. Key? Is she doing better?
Nobody is to check on Dr. Key.
No, I'm asking you.
How many times do we have to say this? No, nobody.
Oh, no, that's right. She's gonna be okay. She's gonna be okay. She's gonna be okay.
Don't worry, I had a talk with Marie about this a few days ago. She knows that we're not gonna be...
Mr. Sawyer, it seems very clear to me that I have perhaps put just too much upon all of you. And perhaps it might be a good idea for you all to just to sit this one out, perhaps.
No, we have this. We have this under control. Things are a little frayed on the edges, but we're solid. We are the best team you have for the job.
Mr. Sawyer, have you looked at yourself in the mirror recently?
I mean, I showered this morning.
And you, Patrick, I would expect this of this nincompoop over here, but you, what are you doing? You should know better.
Who's holding an engagement party at Randall Carter's ex-mansion? Well,
I got me
what's wrong
curious.
with you?
I just had to find out what it was.
It was a taunt. Clearly, this man, this Pisner, was taunting you. You took the bait, and you went there without even bringing a gun. Who does this sort of thing? Your decision-making here, Patrick. Oh my goodness. You knew it wasn't on the up and up, and you arrive there, but you don't arrive prepared. 2 of you, instead of 4 of you, or 6 of you. You arrive with a vehicle and a cigarette lighter, not with a handful of rifles.
I thought it was a quick in and out.
You thought it was a quick in and out. Oh, sure.
No, Americans throw engagement parties, like engagement society parties. I don't know what the card manager is. I don't know that it'll have. Now I know.
That's wonderful, Miss Buñuel. All of you are going to speak with Dr. Mulek. And if he says that you are stable enough, then perhaps you can continue on.
We are stable.
But if he says you are not, then you are going to remain here. As for this Mr. Bolton situation, you're fortunate that my father was a very keen friend of theirs, and I'm sure I could find some way to repay the poor man. So,
It's wonderful. It's great news.
Mr. Sawyer, sometimes you should just not open your mouth.
Understood.
Excellent. Wonderful. And so, so she like dismisses at this point. We'll say it's been, a couple days. Patrick, Carmelita, you've like had to deal with like a cop or two coming and ask you questions. You've had to deal with one of like Janet Winster's lawyers on retainer asking your story and stuff like that, and explaining to you, don't you two know that when you commit a crime or when something crazy happens like this, that you don't say anything. The only word that comes out of your mouth is lawyer. You understand? You just say lawyer. That's it. That's all you say. Lawyer. Say it with me now. Lawyer.
Lawyer.
What?
Lawyer. Yes, Mr. Price.
Somebody told me this earlier. I could have just said that. It would have been so much easier.
And so we see like you all start taking your turns. We
We're
see
just
lining up
antagonizing
outside of
Jeff
like
at this point.
that's what it feels like. That's what it feels like.
Didn't
Okay.
you guys watch my fuck ups in Impossible Landscapes?
I saw
You
you
were there
mentioned that
live.
in chat. Lawyer up.
Yeah. You always do it.
Yeah.
1937.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yes, chat.
does
Lawyer.
anyone have any other business that they were looking to look into? Like, was there anyone else that had like anything more that they wanted to look into?
Nothing on my end.
Me
Okay.
neither.
Yeah, definitely talking
we'll
to Dr.
say-
Mulek and clearing the indefinite insanity is Marie's goal.
So we will see then like a series of vehicles going to pull up, overhead shot of the Winston Manor. We'll see like the doors open up. Each of you kind of get out and you're kind of led inside. And one by one, you go in, you kind of speak with Dr. Mulek and he asks you a series of questions. And like from there, we just kind of see this sort of pan over shot of Arkham. We see like Elm Mountain. We see all of the various streets and neighborhoods. And we settle in once more on the townhouse of the Key family. And we see like on the second story, we see the bay window. We kind of zoom in there and we see Dr. Key, Bev, once more, just kind of sipping. We see her mother, Norma, and we see hovering behind the two of them, perhaps not yet noticed in the room. We see Dr. Charles Key. And that's where we're going to go ahead and end for tonight. And call it there.
We're all alive. We made it.
And it sounds
Are
like
you?
we got cured.
How the
In the
Oh my
montage, we got
gosh.
cured.
I'm gonna roll some dice.
There is so
Roll some dice,
much.
and I'll tell you who needs to make a Make a backup.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh dear. Oh my gosh. We started with like major danger, and then we had more major danger.
I think Will did the right thing. He was investigating and collecting evidence. There was nothing wrong with his choice. Just the rest of y'all can take notes.
Who here needs to attempt to get rid of indefinite? Is it just top row? Bottom row's good, right?
Top row.
I mean, not Dr. Key, but yeah, the top row.
She's already gone. We know. Will, go ahead and roll D100.
D100.
Yeah, we'll just do this. That's because I'm going to forget about it for next
72.
72. Go ahead and roll a D3. All right.
That is a 1.
And then roll a sand test.
I got this.
I believe in you.
It looked like it was gonna be a 10.
No.
Okay.
Can I push? It's a 96.
No.
I don't think you can push sand rolls.
No, it's a
okay.
fumble.
There's nothing for a fumble, I don't think.
Okay. I just mean like you can never push a fumble.
In this
and
case,
like it's a fumble roll.
I don't think there is a negative consequence for a fumble in this case.
Anyway, right? That's
for
fair.
the fumble on private care, it just means you can't try again until no progress can be made during the next game month. So it takes an extra month, is what that says.
Oh,
okay.
Jeez.
All right. Gonna be rough for Will then. And then Marie. Give me a roll.
17 on the D100.
All right. Take a D3 back in San, and then roll a sanity test.
Okay, I'm rolling this as a D6, so I'll do the D3 math, so it'll be 3.
Nice.
Nope. 82 over 43 for the same check.
All right, two of you can go ahead and make some backup characters, and for Malta, as you are going to be institutionalized and never going to be able to leave. All right.
Oh gosh.
Let's go ahead and call it then. There we go.
Before we do, any health recovery?
Yeah, you guys don't worry about health recovery. As long as you survived and didn't take any major wounds, which I don't think either of you did, you'll get it back. It's okay. It was really just a major wound situation.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
All right. That's it for us. Let's go ahead and do some close plugs. I'm going to toss it down to Maitreyi. Maitreyi, tell us where we can find you on the internet.
I am Maitreyi Games on YouTube, where I make system agnostic or multi-system tabletop content that centers CGM and players. So you should check it if you feel like checking out.
Awesome. Steven, you've got a game or something, right?
Yeah, Huckleberry comes out on BackerKit on October 7th, in crazy soon. Check out the BackerKit. You can go to backerkit.huckleberryrpg.com for the link there. Lots of cool goodies, dice for it, playing cards for it. It's a lot of fun if you want to watch it played. We played it here on the channel. So yeah, check it out.
Electrum bestseller on drivethrurpg.com.
In the top 12.5% of all games on drivethrurpg.
Cool.
Woo.
Hot off the presses. Do you want to be part of the ground floor of like the best Western horror game to ever come out? Well, now's the time. There you go. All right. I think that's it. Streams. Next up, Monday. Maybe we'll play my game. Maybe we won't. We'll see. Tuesday, we got no, that's not right. Tuesday, we got Hardwire Island. There we go. We're playing some cyberpunk millennial nonsense. And Kipser is making us like Weekend at Bernie's a dude, which is pretty fun. Thursday, we've got Legend in the Mist. Friday next week, I think it's probably a Conan week. And then that's that. All right. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.
I'll be seeing you.